All right, hello. It's time for D&D.
Oh yeah, I need my character
All
sheet.
right. So,
D&D
Talespire
Beyond.
is officially out, so that's exciting.
Early access.
Yay!
Everyone can buy it now. Woo!
Hooray!
Away!
So, one perk to Talespire is if we were on my kitchen table, we wouldn't be able to play tonight because both me and my daughter are sick. So, there we go.
Wow.
Now we can be germ-free and still play games.
Amazing. If you'd have said we're sick, I would have said we're not coming over, and that's great.
Yep. I said, stay
But-
away. House is diseased.
Playing games in person is still fun. I miss it.
Yeah, there's the longer that we have done this, the more that I'm getting accustomed to it and liking it.
I mean, I like it a lot
I
too.
told
but
you, Michael.
I would still like to play in person again.
I've been so it's no secret that we're nearing the end phase of this one, and so I've been looking around at some other things about like next campaign, what we could do, and I've found a couple of different softwares, like putting our stuff so that everyone can see it, and like each of you can see things,
Oh, yeah.
like all the monsters and the people, so you can easily go to a website and see all the stuff.
Ooh.
So
You set up a website for all the campaign information?
there's a few of them that are out there that are like they're built for that.
Oh,
Where,
really?
There's one people that use that, I guess not necessarily for D&D, but it's called Notion. Notion.so, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's
kinda
just
like
it's like OneNote, basically, but it gives you all the
Oh.
links and everything, so you can you can have your main page, and you can have your table of contents. You go to monsters, and you click on that, and then anyone can go to that.
That's
Just share the
cool.
link, and anyone can see it. Because I know this
Sounds
one's,
like that sounds like just like a Squarespace website.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's
Right.
basically.
like
Also, I
D&D.
found a map making program called Wonder Draft, which I bought yesterday. It's
Yeah?
it's fantastic. It's really
yeah?
neat. You know, like the hand drawn maps that I do.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
that, but it's all online,
Hmm.
and it's super easy to draw them. It's really neat.
I'll have to check that. What's it called?
Wonder
Map?
Wonder Draft.
Is that with a U?
No.
Okay. that's a D&D thing.
Wonder Draft is amazing. Yeah, I was gonna do.
I have a
I'm probably gonna do a video on it just because I don't have much of a voice, so I'm not gonna do much game YouTube stuff. So I might just do a video on it and throw it up for tomorrow or something. Or
there's I have a piece of software for like creating
Obsidian Portal.
stories.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. There's another one called World Anvil, but you have to pay for that one. And
You just said you bought this one.
for the storing all the campaign stuff on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is there's one I have a Steam called Artisy Draft, and you can like it's like a writer's program for creating stories, and you can be like, this is the character, here's all the characters that are related. It like a mind map kind of thing. It's really cool.
Yeah, someone's also talking about Dungeon Draft is by the same people, and you can so you can incorporate. So you have a world map maker with Wonder Draft, and then you can click
Yeah.
on the town or the region or whatever, and it goes into Dungeon Draft, and so you've got like the regional or the dungeon map within the same program. It's very cool.
That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to check
Yeah, there's
that
all kinds of
out.
cool things. So I next campaign, my only goal is to just make sure I keep
Be
my
more
notes.
organized.
Notes, because when we started this campaign started at, I think it's your parents' store, right? Or is this at the game store we started this one?
At the game store in the back, and then we moved it to my parents'
I've got
store.
3 different journals. I've got 2 Google Docs. I've also got there's another thing. I got an app on my phone that has all the different notes on it. I was trying I'd sit down and be like, okay, it's time to get organized. I'm gonna pull up Trello was the other one. So I pull up Trello and I put all kinds of stuff into Trello, and then like a couple weeks go by, and I'm like, Trello's garbage. I'm gonna go back to Google Docs. And so I entered all into Google Docs, and then so I'm all confused.
You're all confused, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, Finley and Quill. So.
Oh man, that sounds
And it would also be kind of cool, like, if we did this as a streaming thing, which we may or may not for the next one. It'd be kind of, because then you can share that so that other folks can see all the stuff going on. Maps.
not
and things.
against the streaming D&D. I like the streaming D&D.
Yeah,
I
same.
I do miss being in person for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's
figure
board
that's a-
games or anything. Jeez.
That's a conversation we can have whenever we get to that point.
Yeah, I've been sitting at home for a freaking year and a half.
And I still get sick. I've been 2 months now, 2 sicknesses. I don't go anywhere. And here I
I haven't
am.
been I haven't been sick at all. It's your kids, dude.
I made it
Kids are
almost an
disease
entire year without
factories.
getting sick, and now here.
It's-
Hey,
yeah.
listen.
It's the
River.
kids.
It's River.
Dang kids.
Dang kids.
Hey, it's one kid. It's your youngest.
Sheesh.
Hey, it used to be you. Whenever you were that age, you were bringing home diseases every week when you went to pre-K and kindergarten.
Well, to be fair, I was in a public school. River isn't. She's homeschooled now, or she's homeschooled.
Oh, yeah, and she still gets sick.
Maybe
She
she's
still
getting it
gets-
from you.
Anyway.
She's getting those micro diseases from you, and then it bubbles up, and
Yeah,
then you get
maybe
the more
you're the
advanced
carrier,
version.
David.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
let's find a way to blame David for this. David, it's your
It's
fault.
like it loops around.
Oh, we
It's
got
Yeah.
to-
weak for you, gets her, and then it evolves and gets everyone else.
Thank you, Philip. All right. Thanks, Fully. Don't need
I don't
my,
think
my
it's
cold
me.
medicine. I'm all hopped up on Sudafed right now, so I'll see if I can make it through the night.
Ooh.
Oh, the hand licking phase. Yeah, David.
Hand licking.
Whenever
What?
we went to San Francisco, David was. I think he was
I wasn't gonna bring it up,
6.
David.
Were you 6 or 7,
gonna
8,
let
something
it
like
go.
that? So we don't live in a big city. This is the first time we've ever really been to a downtown big city on sort of vacation thing. So we ride the metro trams everywhere. David, who was, I want to say, maybe you were 8, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there.
I remember looking at my
And you
hand.
just had this. You just everywhere you went, you'd lick your hands, and so you'd put your hands on the bars at the tram, and then you put your, always his hands are in his mouth.
Why would
It's
you
like
lick
get your
your
hands
hand?
out of your mouth.
What is the point of licking it? Is it like a sunflower seed thing? Gotta get some salt. That's fantastic. Ooh, I just touched this grimy handrail that a million other people have touched. Oh, I'll be good. He was just preparing for the
I was gonna let
future.
it go, but I guess I'm
Nope,
guessing
nope.
that-
If you get an opportunity to embarrass David, you take it.
Okay.
That was incredible. Licking your hands, dude. Nice.
They're always
Yeah, I
in his
remember
mouth.
doing them all the time.
Maybe he
when I
was. Maybe it
little.
was like a big brain move. He was trying to get all the diseases before he
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
older. Yeah,
Should
yeah,
we
yeah.
talk about Project Graduation?
Oh god, what happened there?
I don't know why. Well, with my
Were
with
you
my
guys
pants.
licking your hands?
That has nothing to do with licking things.
But it was equally funny.
I'd forgotten all about that until you said something about it before. I blocked it out of my mind.
That's always in here.
Isaac
I
remembers
can
everything.
still feel my knee pain though, even though I'd forgotten about it. That's
Oh,
stupid.
man.
That's stupid. Bouncy house.
What's this whole story? We got a full night of that.
Yeah.
Every time I tell that story, I laugh till I cry. It's a great story.
We'll make it a one shot.
That's right. Don't embarrass me. Only embarrass my kids.
Oh man.
Oh no.
This is the downside of having Isaac in here. He knows all your secrets.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's crying right now. He's barely holding it
it was
back.
so funny.
Oh lord.
All right. So it's D&D time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to have just more podcasts?
Nope. It's D&D time. Last couple times, you guys have defeated the evil demon Alenta. Big day. And Alenta, who was this madness was sort of spewing itself through the land of Feanor. You killed off Alenta. You've relieved the madness and the sadness that was sort of laying over the place. And then you marched out to Alenta's base, and you noticed it was on fire, and there was some sort of it was sort of pandemonium going on. Orcs were running around pillaging, animals were going nuts, and folks were running away. You fought your way into the main complex and down the stairs and into the cave, which was below the wooden fortress. And down there, you found some locked up folks. And
Some locked up folks.
Also, Finn was flying about, throwing. Ooh, look at all that fire! Throwing about, throwing lots of water and splashing water all over the boats to
Save one of them.
save one from burning. And that's where we'll pick up. We will not go. We'll just do this. Not in initiative order. We'll just do this as we're doing this here. So everyone is down. I think everyone's figures are down here. Are they? Are they down here?
I'm not even on the board.
I'm down there. I mean, we're not on the board yet, but I'm
Take
down.
us there.
I'm over where the
Oh,
king
right. I'm
is.
gonna get you on the board. Oh, you know what? I think I have to put you guys back out here, don't I?
Uh-oh.
Where are we here? I'm a little lost. Back up here. Isaac, I was looking at your stuff here, and I noticed you have one of your boards from Genghis.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I put the whenever I name the boards, I put the author at the end so I don't forget.
'Cause Genghis is a hero.
Genghis does a lot of like very intricate, detailed.
I know,
work.
it's amazing.
He's the
Um,
Talespire king.
I forget, if I put you guys on a different board, it takes you off of the original one, so I forgot about that. So let me pop you in here real quick. I don't remember where you
My
guys
cheeks hurt.
where you were exactly, but there's that one. Did you get summoned over here?
Oh dang!
I'm
I'm
here.
gonna go use the bathroom before we get into this.
Did you? Oh dang! Did you wet yourself? The way you said that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have 2 jars in here.
2 doors that just won't close, huh?
Yes. You're very clever.
Don't make fun of me, sir. I know your secrets.
Ooh, that a little different. No, maybe not.
That skeleton's surprised.
Right. Okay, so basically, here's what's going on. Can you hear me, Eric? No, he's in the bathroom, right?
He probably can't hear you. He just got his mic muted.
So we were doing this in turn order before. We'll just do this. Just tell me what everyone's doing. Just so you know, so the room up above you, or the building up above you, is lit. Flames are sort of licking around the entire side. The west side of it is pretty much engulfed. It's just now getting to the gate and starting to work its way around. You figure you've got... Bert came over here. I think Shiro came over here and bashed the lock. Is that what happened?
That was me.
Someone did.
Oh, you bashed the lock? Okay. So
Yeah.
a jar bashes the lock. Inside, you see a very old elf along with 3 other elves that are locked in this prison. And you bash that lock. The door swings open. That's where we ended. You figure you got 2 options. If you come up with more, go for it. But you have the time probably to grab Old Man, this is Thuria, and get out before it all burns down. But you can hear the noises and the help cries from around this cave from other folks that seem to be locked away. If you choose to not run out immediately, you're going to be stuck down here and have to wait for that thing to finish burning. This is all rock and wet, cavernous, and so you feel safe being down here. It's not going to come burning down here, but it may pile up on the opening.
Well, that's no big deal.
I can get us out.
So,
Okay.
All right.
we'll go
What
down the
I say
list. What do you want to do?
Is come with me if you want to live. And I
So-
held out my hand.
You look over
I am in
and
human form.
there's kind of like a rock, not a seat, but the rock is like sticking out a bit, and one's standing and the other 3 are sitting, and amongst those is Thuria. Let me pull up my thing real quick. And Thuria looks very, very old and a bit broken, as far as like. He's just not there. You can see his hands kind of shaking. And you can also see he's mouthing a very familiar phrase.
Still?
Not saying it, but he's still going on. He looks at you, Ajar, and there's a sense of clarity all of a sudden comes over him, and he squints, and he says, "The dead walks. But where's your master?" And he kind of goes back to he's kind of lost again.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, you probably picked that up. Yeah, you're right there. Yep. So, what are you doing, David?
I take out my hand and say, come with me if you want to live. And if they, does any of them take it?
Okay, you reach your hand out. What's everyone else doing?
Just watching.
I'm gonna run over to where the people are, the cries are, and try to help them.
Okay, you got several other cells over on the other side.
I'll just try to start opening them up.
Come on.
I'll try to go up to Thuria.
Okay.
Does
Each
he
of these
look-
cells are locked, and so if you want to, you can just strength check and try to pop these locks. There's 5 different doors. You see, there's one of them that has already been busted open.
Okay.
Your left hand is still injured.
Right.
23 on the first one.
Yep. So you're able to. It takes a minute, but you're able to pop the lock. And
Open that one.
inside, there's a half a dozen elves and a human that are in there.
Are they chained up or are they good to run out?
They're good to run out. They're not chained up. They're
Okay.
just locked in
All
this cell.
I'll just start moving to the other ones.
They're you get a sense of relief as they look at you, but they're still a bit like confused about what's going on here. So they stick with you,
Okay.
follow you around. Go for it.
When I go into this room, said Thuria is looking. Is he looking injured or is he looking just super old?
Super old, and very frail, and he's just sort of just sitting there, just sort of appears confused.
I'll look at the other. How many others are in here?
There's 3 others. One of them's got his hand on Thuria's arm.
The one that's got his hand on his arm. I say, is he okay?
He looks up at you and he says, "Perhaps. Who are you?"
My name is Victor. We came to help you.
Sure. And he
Are
goes
you
back.
okay?
I'll be fine. He
What-
goes. He
what-
goes back and he just completely ignores you.
What's do I know why? Like, is he?
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is +1. My insight is +9.
Okay. You get the sense that you guys have been here for a while. You know not to trust anyone because no matter who it is, you keep getting betrayed by folks, or they aren't who they say they are, and so you kind of get the sense that he doesn't know what to believe.
Well, I'll just say, was he like this before you were captured?
This is the king of Feanor you're speaking of.
That's why I'm asking.
He
Came a
squints.
long way to talk to him.
How did you get here?
Came by boat.
What's your name?
My name is Victor. What is your name?
My name is Ableton.
Why is that funny, Isaac? Tell
Because-
me.
Because Ableton is software.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Well, what is it?
Ableton is sound software, audio software. We're making music. Are you a bard?
Are you a bard? Techno barb? Bard?
What? But he was not. When were you captured? When was he captured?
Roll me a persuasion check. Meanwhile, you can hear the crumbling of the walls up above you. You see some sparks and things kind of falling down into the cave a bit,
19.
but you feel pretty safe in here.
That's a pretty good roll.
He kind of looks at you and... What has happened?
No time to explain right now. We have to leave.
I don't think we're going to leave. I think we're going to wait for it to burn down and then dig our way out.
Yeah.
Too dangerous to go through right now, especially with Thuria is not well. I'll say,
Is he in your head as well?
is he still in your head? We killed him.
The demon is dead?
Yes, we killed him and came to help you.
You killed him? And your
Well, me and my
dead,
friends,
the dead
yes.
friend?
Friend is a strong word, but yes.
My undead acquaintance.
He's shocked by this. Says, okay, let's get out of here.
Yes, I feel we may have to wait. The fort above is on fire, but we will dig out after it is over. We can't walk through it right now. Does anyone look hurt in here? Like,
They all look mentally hurt. Their bodies are fine, but they all they're sort of out of it, and they're sort of in a daze, and kind of like someone who's on Sudafed.
just like you. All right. All right. We're going to get the other people out, and we can meet in the middle and wait for it to burn down. You can come out of the cell.
Okay, and he helps Thuria up to his feet. Thuria's still got their head down. You can tell Thuria got his mind has been pretty racked by this, and they slowly make their way out of the cell.
Emotions.
Shiro, you kind of
I'll
go.
try and help him.
You go around to each of the cells, and you got 3 other cells that you crack open, and one of them was a big one and had over a dozen elves in there, and these are pretty strong looking elves, as far as elves go, but they seem capable. But again, they're all kind of out of it. They're all very confused about what's going on. No one's moving quick. They're all very slow motion. Just like whenever you talk to them, they kind of stare you in the eyes, and there's not a whole lot going on in there.
It's like Zack Snyder D&D is what you're saying?
Did he respond when I asked him if he was still in his head?
I don't think he did.
Okay. But Thuria is still mouthing the words?
He stopped once he got up.
Okay.
But he's kind of looking around, but not quite all there.
Okay. Well, once everyone gets in the middle, I'll try to... Like, once we get all the rest of the cells open and everyone's sort of out of the cells, I will try to talk to Thuria again.
Okay. This place is pretty trashed. It seems like it's been kind of ransacked a bit. There's some tables and desks that have been sort of thrown over, and there's some papers that have been sort of scattered out, and some supplies. They're either just really messy or someone's been ransacking this place. Which you saw the orcs that had all their stuff that they grabbed. And
I
running through.
guess I'll look around to see if there's anything that the orcs may have missed.
Roll with that perception check. Meanwhile, this place is burning. Finn, are you doing anything in particular?
Well, I mean, if I'm keeping the boats from burning down, then I'm doing
enough
my
time
job.
has gone by that they are smoldering now, and they are no longer.
33.
They are no longer. They're no longer burning.
Okay, good. I'll
They're
fly
no
back
longer,
over.
There's no longer a risk of them burning. Give me a perception check real quick.
Oh, okay.
Victor, so you're rummaging through and you move a couple of papers and some garbage out of the way, and you notice there's a very nice looking bow, elven made bow, laying on the ground.
A bow?
I'll grab it and I'll take it over to Jack and say, I saw your bow is breaking. This one may work better for you.
Yes.
Hey,
I
guys,
will
there's a
gladly
ladder.
take
It's a
that.
nice looking bow.
It's a magical bow, right?
There's a ladder in the corner and a room full of gold. I can see it on the
You
map.
don't know if it's magical or not, but
Ooh.
it feels really good.
Okay.
Just fits your
Thanks.
hand just right.
Thanks, Victor.
Actually, yeah, no problem. While I'm walking around, I will go ahead and cast Detect Magic.
The bow is glowing, as well as I think Jack already picked up the sword of the guy upstairs.
Yeah.
That long
Did I?
sword is glowing.
Oh.
You see a there's some. I think the orcs are upstairs, and you see some glowing coming from them.
Okay.
13 for
Do you
my
tell
perception, by the way.
tell me that it's magical?
Yeah, say I'll cast Detect Magic and say, here's the bow. It's some kind of magical. I don't know. You may want to be careful.
What'd you get?
Okay.
Finn.
13.
All seems calm.
Well,
I don't see
How
no
about
orbs
this?
coming back.
Nope.
how about this? Go ahead.
You saw him run back towards the keep, and then you lost sight of him.
Okay.
I wanna. As soon as I grab that bow, I wanna just kind of like aim at an empty spot and just shoot a bow to see what happens, if anything happens.
It's just
For an arrow.
it seems like it's like a really nice set of golf clubs, you know. It just kind of it makes your shot a little better, a little more distance,
Okay.
a little less hook to it.
Oddly enough, it turns and shoots Mr. Bones. Would you look at that?
Yeah, it curves
Yeah,
around
it-
and slams
yeah,
into
yeah,
Mr. Bones.
It's like, hey, Mr. Bones.
It's an undead seeking bow.
If it's not hot, I will go up and try to get anything magic off those orcs. If it's hot and seems dangerous, I won't go up.
It's pretty warm, but you can withstand it. So they got bags. You can grab all that stuff up, and there's a couple of other glowing things in there.
If it's too smoky, I can go down there.
Okay, so you get everyone
Stop,
sort of collected up into the center, and everyone just sort of waiting around for that thing to stop burning. Anybody doing
Nothing I
anything
can really
in
do.
particular?
I was gonna check to see if I had control flame, but I don't think I do. Not that it would matter.
In that stuff that you collected from the orcs, you've got a cloak of elven. Sorry, I shouldn't tell you what it is. You have a
A
cloak.
magical cloak.
Cloak.
Of elven kind.
You have a shield. You already have the longsword that Jack has, and there's also a like a horn, like an ox horn.
The shield is magical.
Yep. You also found there's a nice looking robe. It's got like gold embroidery on it. They had like a
horn.
Yep, they had a tapestry rolled up and stuffed in that bag. There's a couple bracelets, like really nice elven made bracelets.
This is all magical stuff.
No, just
so
just the
the
cloak,
horn?
shield, sword, bow, horn. 5 things.
Okay. And then what was the other? They said there was tapestries.
There's one tapestry. There's a robe. There's a couple bracelets. There's a fancy looking mug, as well as a little box that had some jade figurines carved out.
Is there any gold coins or silver coins or anything?
There is, as you start counting it up, there's 1,800 gold pieces.
What? Whoa. Hey, how much gold was in that bag I grabbed?
Oh,
Yeah, that's adding all. That's adding
Oh,
all
that's-
that up.
Oh, okay. Well, who's handling the gold?
So you had 500 in your bag, Jack. If you want to share that or not.
Oh, 500. I mean, yeah.
1,300
So the
elsewhere.
bags that I got were 1,300.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give Victor
In the bags and
my
sort of
bag.
the sprinklings that you found in the back room.
I say, don't lose that bag.
Okay. Should just
Kill you.
split this even. Yes.
Don't give it to that undead either.
He don't need money. He don't have to eat.
Exactly.
Okay. I will try to walk over to Thuria. See if how he's doing.
Him and he's kind of surrounded by his 3, and they're all kind of old. They're all on the older side of elf kind. He's very old, but they all seem to be very concerned for his well-being. They're putting their hand on his chest and just all around just taking care of the guy. And you come around and he's starting to come to a little bit, and he looks up at you. He says, "Victor, correct?"
Yes. Did you just remember my name from earlier, or do you know me?
You just said your name.
Okay. Just making sure. You didn't seem like you were really paying attention then.
You killed the demon, Alenta.
Well, not me alone. It was mostly the guy that's not down here. He's putting fires out, I think.
And looks all of you up and down. Victor, do you have any symbols of the Raven visible?
No, it's under my shirt.
Okay. He says, very powerful.
Yes, well, the raven helps.
Mm-hmm. What is your plan now?
I came all this way actually to talk to you.
Talk to me.
Yes, I found your name mentioned in an old journal about Tarassians.
He kind of squints a little bit. He says, "Let's not talk about that now."
Do I get from him that he just wants to not talk about it in front of other people?
Yeah, he's also kind of in pain just from he's just worn out.
I'll say, sure.
This is not something we should talk about.
Okay.
Let's get out of here first.
Sounds good. I only should admit to you that we may have broken your really nice chest in your keep. We didn't mean you harm or anything, but we needed clues as to how to find you after we killed the demon that took your place.
Okay. Well, that's okay. If you do what you say you did, then it's worth it.
Hopefully maybe some balance can be restored on the island.
Sure.
Okay.
Just the level of my camera. This building up top, how on fire is it right now?
It's starting to settle now. The main building has kind of collapsed a bit, and it's all collapsed now, and it's just sort of smoldering, and there's not much fires going on.
Can I clear the debris with a fireball?
You can try.
I got one left.
Oh, okay. You want to try to aim for the hole?
I don't want to aim down the hole. No, no, I don't want to roast them. I just want to like hit it and have the shockwave kind of push stuff out of the way.
Okay, roll it. Just roll some damage.
Roll some damage?
Yeah.
8, right? 8d6 for a fireball?
Yep.
I should know that by now, shouldn't I?
Depends on the level you cast.
Oh, you're right. One level higher, so I need to re-roll 3 dice.
31 plus whatever.
31 plus 11, 41 damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly like fragments of wood, and it's a...
Oh, I thought this thing was made of stone. It looks like stone.
No, it's wood.
Okay, well,
you
maybe
throw
I
that,
went overboard
you
there.
throw that fireball in there, and it just explodes, and everyone downstairs, there's just this explosion that just echoes through the the cavern. It's deafening explosion, and of course your fireball is much bigger than you expected, but it disperses the debris and throws all the ash and the wood pieces out. And now, and as soon as that explosion happens, you see some daylight coming in.
Well, seems like our friend up top has made a hole for us. Do you need a hand? And I'll extend my hand to Thuria.
He says, we can make it.
Very well. We'll go in front of you just to make sure that's not dangerous.
As they start walking, a lot of the other elves also kind of come in next to Thuria also to help assist him. And flank him as well as they start making their way up the stairs.
I'll stick in the back. I'll stick in the back watching, making sure.
I thought you said I'm going to stick him in the back. What?
Okay.
All happening.
Yes, I am playing as an evil character.
So
No,
you
I'm
guys
just
look
gonna
around
be in the
and
back.
the place is just ash, and smoldering fires, and what was once a great structure is all burned down for the most part. You guys were in there for probably an hour or so altogether. And you make your trek home, a slow trek, as everyone's kind of, if you're sticking with everyone else.
What's Clerkamere say when Thuria comes out?
Yeah, Clerkamere, who's up top.
Clerkamere, he sees you guys come out, and he kind of gives Jack a stink eye.
I show him my new bow. I'm like, look at this.
Look at this.
But he goes up and he shakes Shiro's hand, and he says, "Well done."
I stare at him. I'm towering over him.
What'd you say? Something's coming out.
Dang it! I said go shake Finn's hand.
Oh yeah. We already had our hug moment, but I'll shake your hand again.
Clerkamere feels a little down.
I'll shake Clerkamere's hand.
He shakes your hand and then sees Thuria and he found him. You guys truly are heroes.
It's nice to hear every now and then. It's been a rough couple of years.
All of a sudden, trumpets are playing in the background. It's great. Yeah. Birds fly by.
This skeleton's a hero.
Saved the forest, killed God.
So you got about your 3-hour walk has turned into about a 5-hour walk because you're very, very slowly making it through the woods here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just chatting with the local wildlife.
And you get to the gate. Also, on the way back, you notice there's some more chirping birds, and the forest is starting to seem a little bit
nicer,
a little bit more friendly. Yep,
nice.
So, as friendly as the forest is.
Nice, yeah. Kind of passively calming. That's how a forest is.
You got birds chirping, and some squirrels and rabbits are looking at you.
It's good times.
You make your way back into the town. And one, what was his name? Abel?
Ableton?
Yeah. Abel.
Ableton.
His name is now Abel. He comes over to you and he says, "You find yourselves a room in the inn and we'll speak first thing in the morning."
Alright,
Sounds fantastic.
I'm just gonna be downstairs then.
And then
that's my room.
He escorts Thuria to the main big tree. You guys, are you going to go to the inn? Or are you going somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay, you make your way into the inn. It's empty. No one there.
How many people came back?
Gorman?
All together, you brought back. There was 22 elves altogether, and you had a couple, 3 humans, and like a half elf mixed in there.
Oh, okay.
My guess was close. I guess 22 people.
Not even
Fantastic.
Gorman.
26 altogether. No one's here. They're all empty.
The Gorman, they probably died on the boat.
I'm going to lay down. I'm very tired.
Okay, you have your choice of rooms. They're all open.
Hand okay?
Yeah.
Same.
Do what?
Is your hand okay?
Yeah, if you could heal it up, that'd be great.
Sure.
In the morning.
It's I'm gonna hold it up and it's just split and just like.
I'll cast Cure Wounds, my last first level spell. I just wanted to make sure we wouldn't need it. Yeah, Cure Wounds, and you are healed for 9 hit points.
Yeah, I didn't forget about the boat. It's probably gonna get stolen by the time we get back there. But
Okay.
did all that work for nothing?
Are you guys all sleeping? What's the plan here? You have a choice of rooms. You can have multiple rooms. You can have one big room. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm downstairs, so.
I went to sleep in my own room with a lock on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I don't even care about locking the door. I'm going in and crashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That locks from the inside. No lock holes on the outside.
Impossible to lock from the outside.
Are the floors creaky? I really need to know if I'm going to get woken up by.
You guys are
30
basically
people
in a
to kill
tree,
me.
so it's very creaky and rustly.
Good. This is what I wanted.
Mr. Bones is downstairs. Anyone else downstairs with Bones? Okay, you
I'm just downstairs.
just helping yourself to the kegs, in the free. What do skeletons eat?
Yeah, what do skeletons eat?
Milk.
Worms.
Good for your bones.
Don't
They
eat
take
anything.
milk bad. They can't eat. They just soak in the vitamin D.
Put a drink in, it just splashes onto the floor.
Yeah.
I could see Mr. Bones being like a real really into his milk.
Milk infusions.
So
Mr. Bones just goes into the fridge.
into the fridge.
Gets those milk.
So as you're sitting down there having your milk, you see 3 elves come in. They are some that you rescued from the place. They've donned some armor and weapons, and they just come in and and sit down.
Are all the other elves doing good? The ones that were helping us fight at the wall? None of them died, right?
Nope. Yeah, you haven't seen any of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure they're fine.
Victor, did you get your own room, or are you in with someone else?
Got my own room.
Okay.
I just went to the first room that I saw, and if someone followed me in there, whatever. But I'm just laid down on the bed.
Okay. You're
It's
past.
been a rough couple days.
Was your 23, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, it's still it's like evening. I don't know if I think it's like afternoon right now. But you all get a peaceful night, Mr. Bones. I'm assuming you go up to bed at some point. The three elves, they just hang out downstairs.
I'm still downstairs. I never go up to go to sleep. I don't need to sleep.
Okay. Victor notices there's a window. You notice there is an elf outside across the way in another tree that is watching you. Seems to be watching your tree.
Creepy.
Your passive perception is good enough for that because it's ridiculous.
Jeez.
How far away?
About 50 feet. He's in a neighboring building tree, and he's pretty well hidden, sitting on one of the branches outside a window. He's got a bow.
I'm gonna close the shutters. Just go to sleep and I'll deal with it in the morning.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. Morning comes. Victor, you wake up. Shutters are open.
What?
I didn't have a window in my room, did I?
Every room had a window.
Oh, what? God dang it!
Yeah, they're all open.
Why are they open?
Just the way it was.
I didn't
Did
know there was a
Mr.
window in my
Bones
room.
notice anything since he was
Is
awake?
my weapon still in there?
Yeah, everything's appears to
I'm
be
not
as it was.
missing anything?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
So the shutter that I closed before I went to bed you're telling me it's open now.
It's open now, and you go back to the shutter, and you can see that elf is still there.
Okay.
They use wind
We
magic.
got a short rest, right?
Yep.
No, we can finish the long.
Okay.
As long as we
I'm
don't do
gonna-
anything, basically, for 24
I'm
hours.
just gonna chill here for a while until
Someone
Also,
comes and
when
gets
you
it.
go to the
chill.
window, you look. Go, give me a perception check. Probably a little better.
In that short rest, I'll use my hit dice to heal up all the way.
27.
Okay. You notice that the town is empty. It's been empty for a while, but there's one place in town where there's a little bit of activity, and it's around this building. There's a few folks that are just sort of almost like they're on patrol, sort of meandering about this building, this tree.
The one that we're in, or the one that he's in?
The way you're in, you see a couple of look like mages walking down the streets, and you see them. They go around the corner, and then they come back. They go around the corner, then they come walking back. And
I'm gonna.
And they're very well. The one guy in the tree isn't as well hidden as he possibly could be, but you catch another one that is watching as well. That you didn't pick up before, but you do this time when you go looking. It seems like you are very discreetly being watched. Maybe not so discreetly.
I don't like this. I don't know though.
Do any of these elves look like familiar? Are they the ones that some of the ones we rescued?
The one in the tree across the way is one of the ones you rescued. One of the mages that you saw walking back and forth. You've seen him before in the summoning area a long time before. Not this recent time, but before then.
Oh, so I haven't seen him.
I guess Victor hasn't been here, has he? Yeah, so Victor didn't know about him. That's all you recognize.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to finish up my long rest. I feel vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm also just gonna try to chill for a long rest.
Mr. Bones is just gonna wander around the town for a little while.
Actually, you know what? I will go outside and start walking to see if Thuria is awake, because he told me to come by in the morning, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you go to the big tree. Just you. Anyone else gonna go with Victor?
Thuria. If anyone else would like
Yeah,
to
sure,
go.
I'll go.
Sleeping.
I'm gonna get my. No, I'll go. I'll go.
You can. I mean, as long as you don't do any like combat, then you can still get your rest. That was
Okay,
what you're worried about.
fine. Then I'll go.
Just as long as you have a peaceful 24 hours, you know.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'll go.
Seems like everyone's going but Jack.
Jack, you staying?
For now.
Make your way to the big tree, and you see Clerkamere at his post.
Hello, Clerkamere.
And he says, the king was expecting you.
Good.
This way. And he walks you up the stairs
Up this time.
where you guys went before. You went upstairs to his room.
Okay, yeah.
And he takes you up, and as you walk up the stairs, you are greeted by another mage, one of the three that was with you before. And then Abel comes walking in, and then the third one also comes walking in. So all of you are walking up the stairs, and you reach the landing where the bedroom was. And Abel mutters an incantation, and then some stairs appear that lead you up into they lead you up into a room that you didn't realize was there.
We just liberated these people, and they're gonna try to use Zone of Truth on us.
And what I name this one, I forget.
Pro Tools.
Haha.
Logic.
Yeah, logic. This one's Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah, this one.
Nice.
We got some nice happy music for this one.
That's nice. I need some nice happy music.
They're gonna award us with medals,
I hope so.
just like Star Wars.
The Elven Medal of Honor.
So
Only Mr. Bones is gonna be like Chewie. He's not gonna get one.
No Jack. Shiro. Victor.
I am
It's gonna be
sleeping
Jack because
in.
he's not here.
Sleeping in.
Okay, everyone got their. Did you get summoned?
Yep.
Okay, so you enter up these stairs, and it leads you into you're high up in this tower, and it's almost like it has a viewpoint of the city. Like you're above the tree top. What's it called? The canopy.
Tree line.
And it gives you a very nice view of everything around here. You can see the coast. You can't quite see as far as Alenta where they were, but you get a nice view of the surrounding area. And you've got Thuria sitting at a desk. You guys see where you are? It's kind of this is like ended up being like a giant map, but just that one little room is all you really need. And you see got Thuria sitting there at the desk, along with, and you guys are flanked by the three older wizards, mages.
Man, that building looks so cool.
Good morning. Welcome.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling much better. Thank you for saving me. You four. Where's the fifth? Someone else was
He's
there with
probably
you.
leasing off, you know. He's like that.
Very nice.
Had a long week.
Yeah, it's been a long day and a half.
As I understand. Says. So, forgive the precautions, but we have to talk about some things. And you see Abel begin doing another incantation, and he starts walking around the perimeter of the room.
No. I stop him. We're not doing this. Might as well stop the incantation.
Since you don't have to be here if you don't want to.
We just took care of all of your problems. You can stand to talk to us without casting a Zone of Truth or something.
This is not Zone of Truth. This is for your protection, as well as ours.
Okay, fair enough.
continues, and you can see almost like a glittery circle around the perimeter, and it sort of shimmers on up and creates a bubble around you. And the city that you see outside, of the trees that you see outside, start to kind of get kind of hazy and kind of fuzzy. And it's a little bit disorienting when you look out now than it did before.
Sorry.
And he looks at Victor, and he says, "So you have destroyed the demon, and you found my name in a journal. What do you wish to ask?"
I would like to know anything you know about Tarassians.
What do you know of Tarassians?
Well, I've been looking through this journal, and it mentioned your name. It also mentioned Curlin and Ademia and Bevel, Ceruleana. All these people, you know them?
Perhaps.
Do you know where I could find any of the, like, there's any ruins or?
He says, why do you seek this information? This is a dangerous path.
Mostly curiosity, I suppose, but every time I talk to someone about it, they say that they either don't exist or that I shouldn't pursue it.
This is forbidden knowledge. Forbidden by the gods.
Why?
If I tell you this, and you learn this, then any gods you believe in will abandon you if they find out what you know. You spoke of the Raven before.
Yes.
Here, you know what? You can tell me. I don't have any religion whatsoever.
I'm atheist. I'm okay.
The Raven will certainly abandon you for knowing this. This knowledge was hidden away by those like the Raven.
But the journal I found was in a temple of the Raven.
It must have been secluded away.
Why is it so guarded? What happened to the Tarassians?
And you're sure you wish to know this? Once I tell you this, you're safe on this island. But once you leave this island, you are no longer safe.
I've never been
interested.
safe.
You are protected.
Never been more interested in anything else.
You are protected as you are here. But once you go out there, I cannot help you.
Maybe we just retire here.
Well, I look out past the buildings and I say, well, there are worse places to be stuck.
Is it feeling real good in this room, by the way?
It is, because you're here.
Because I'm here with my...
Finn, you sort of think about it. You don't feel as, your mind isn't as it has been the last few days. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So I'm not super powerful anymore. I'm feeling pretty normal.
Yeah.
I'll tell them the Raven would like me to deal with someone who used to follow her. And I feel like this other person knows about Tarassians more than I do. And if
Okay, I just got one question. Sorry to interrupt. You can ask your questions later. Do you know what the Thuria is?
Of course.
What is it? And where is it?
Last I heard, it was with the Tarassians. Last person who went to go find the Thuria never came back.
Who was it?
It was my daughter.
Oh.
Who's your daughter?
Her name?
Yeah, what's her name? Is it...
Alzira?
Yeah, Alzira.
Oh, Lord.
My daughter's name is Aureus.
Oh.
Okay.
Oof.
Aureus?
Oh, yeah, oh, you remember something?
Aureus. We'll say Aureus. Now that I say it out loud, it sounds a little too close to another one. Aureus. Aureus.
Where'd she go to look for it?
Why are you so interested in it? Do you understand what the Thuria is?
No,
No.
because no one will
We
tell
have
us.
we have another, godlike being trying to kill us. So I'd like to get that book.
Who's trying to kill you?
Alzira?
The aforementioned person.
I don't know this Alzira. And they want the Thrivmaru as well.
She wants the Thrivmaru. Everyone wants the Thrivmaru. Everyone wants Thrivmaru. Everyone wants eyes.
We've been here cleaning up a mess that Finn over here made.
Say, you don't even know about that. Did I tell you we let that thing out?
I mean, I'd heard the whole story like 1,700 times.
Did I?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
He says,
In game.
the Tarassians, and as he says this, he's an old elf. You see his skin, kind of like turn to scales, where it's like sort of hexagonal shapes appear on his skin and on his face. It's like light starts beaming from inside and starts beaming inside these cracks, and each of these hexagonal shapes start flipping over, and this bright light beams from inside him. And what appears after the skin flaps flip over is you've got a crystalline person. He's like this pink color. There's this light beaming off of him.
Does it look familiar?
Sort of dims over time. No, you've not seen one of these before.
No, not a person. Does it look like the orb?
It's got some similarities.
Okay.
And so then sitting in front of you is now a crystalline person. They've got like a plumb bob head, from The Sims. That's their head, and got some little eyes in there. He says, I am a Tarassian. And
You ascended.
No, I did not. I stayed here. He says,
So,
tell me what you want to know. I believe with your power, with what you did with that demon, it's possible you could set things right.
I think maybe I spent my power killing that demon. I'll pull out the box. my precious box, which I don't feel so precious about now.
He grabs it and sets it down.
Yeah.
And he says, you cannot handle this power.
I've been handling that power. You think we just managed to kill that thing on our own?
He says, this is very precious to me and to what's left of my people. This vessel contains the souls of 1,000 of my people.
Called that. Few things. There are many of those. The person we were talking about, Alzira, she potentially has 3 of them. There's a wizard in a city where we came from that has 2 or more of them. And they're using them to fight. They're using them. There's nothing we can do to touch them. Aside from that, we met a boy made of something black energy. Claims he could speak to the souls in the orb. I wasn't able to do that, but I was able to use its power to kill Alenta.
Only the shard mind, as I am, can hear the thoughts of the vessel.
He claimed he could, and he did some things that I couldn't imagine. Casting spells at massive distance through the orb. Claimed he heard voices, told me what they said. He, as far as we know, since we took this orb from him, he's with, what's that siren's name?
Alicia?
Yes, he's with Alicia.
I don't know either of those. Don't know any of that.
She controls octopops.
Yeah, she's got. She's like a siren of the sea, controlling krakens.
He says, if you seek the Thrivmaru, then your best chance is if you find my daughter. Perhaps she is out there. Last she was going to visit Ceruleana.
Where's that?
I can draw you a map.
Let's start there.
Ceriliana's a person.
Yes.
She is mentioned in the book.
Yes.
Are all the elves here Tarassian?
No. My name is Bevel.
Why is your name in here twice then?
My husband's name was King Thuria. When he died, I took his place.
So what does this Thrivmaru do? Can you explain to me what it does? You know what it does?
The Tarassians believe that your soul is held in your eye. And they place their souls in these vessels. And a couple thousand years ago, there was a great journey. The Tarassians were great people. We constructed many, the machines we constructed, and the devices and the technology we were able to reach was immense. And we decided to construct a vessel, a ship that could fly and ascend. We stored our loved ones in these vessels, and we were going to live forever. Whichever plane of existence, whatever realm we wish to live in, we were going to share them.
Because that's what this means, ascend. It means to just be put in the eye.
No, this was the vessel to transfer from death to no more death.
I have been to every plane of existence, and I have never seen anyone like you.
It's because the gods, like your raven, stopped us. They interfered with what we were trying to do.
Shiro, no!
And he's going for the jump. He's jumping off the edge. And then it all came crashing down, I presume.
The gods interfered. The only one that stood with us was one called Aerolus. Stood by, and it's thanks to her that I'm safe. She clouded the mortal realm and cut off vision from the gods. They attempted to eradicate every bit of knowledge about us.
Wait a second, Aerolus?
We've met her.
We've met her.
We met her in hell.
Yeah, we met her in hell.
We
had the opportunity to bring her back to this plane.
We will need her if you are to assist us.
God dang it! Now we gotta go find all that.
What was your plans when you ascended?
Body.
Yeah.
We would break the barrier between realms, and we could live wherever we wanted to. No more death. If you want to live in the hills of Celestia, so be it. There's nothing stopping you. There's no more gods meddling in our affairs, raining down whatever judgments they want on this realm. We would all be together.
So, how many of these eyes are there? The eyes of Taras, as we know them.
I don't know how many are left.
How many were there?
Angrily or just like matter-of-factly?
Very matter-of-factly.
I must know, who is Alzira? I only know bits and pieces.
I don't know Alzira. If Alzira, you say once the Thrivmaru?
She's a necromancer, using the eyes of Taras to raise vast armies of the dead.
If she's a necromancer, the only reason she would want the Thrivmaru is there's instructions in there, and she could potentially become a lich.
Here's the thing.
Oh.
She was fine. She has eyes. She's powerful. We accidentally
can't contain this power for long before it corrupts your mind.
There was a wizard we knew who had them as well. He seemed to be doing all right, although cryptic. Now I understand why he was so cryptic, but we blew one of those up. Well, I don't know if it got blown up, but it blew us up.
Do everything.
I touched it with magic.
And you murdered 1,000 souls.
Eesh.
And a whole town of lizardmen. And a whole army of humans. I got a big list.
Victor sees that his demeanor turns a bit angry.
I believe it was accident. If it makes you feel any better.
You see, we haven't really ran into somebody who's so open about them. And with Linzerus...
With what you did with the demon Alenta, shows just how powerful you are.
But we were that powerful because of that. I used the magic off of that to deal vast amounts of damage that I otherwise would not have been able to.
I can assist you in sharing this power. For each of you.
So you plan to come with us?
No. But each of you can share this power. If you wish your human friend to have this as well, I suggest you get him.
I wake up.
From the distance of your power, you say? Come to me.
He comes running.
It's easy to...
if we control this power, will the gods not see it when we leave?
You cannot leave with this. You can't take this with you. The moment you start, the moment you start using this outside of this island and a few other places, they will bring everything they can down on you.
But
there's an island we came from.
Used apparently. I haven't seen it myself, but they claim it's being used elsewhere. Why are the gods not doing anything?
Now you see our problem. The gods meddle in affairs when they wish to.
So why would they meddle in ours?
Our affairs, yes.
If you want to risk it.
For the biscuit.
Is this island basically a prison for you?
Sanctuary.
The island we came from, there has been many of those. People have been digging for them.
How many have been found?
Let's see. Let's count them up, including that one. Alzira has 3 now, right? So 3, 4, 5, 7 of them, I think. As far as I know.
Well, we know that the lizard or the snake people only have 1, right? Because they wouldn't have gotten that second one because I blew it up.
We don't know that that one's gone. What
he
happens
just said
when they
1,000
blow up?
souls died.
Oh, so when they blow up, they do go away.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So with that power of, if there's that many out there, if you can collect those up, we could ascend, we could attempt this again, and with your power, perhaps we could do this.
we can certainly try, but it is a tall order.
What's the point? Why can't you just be happy with the lives you have here?
Are you happy with the gods meddling and with however they feel? The last time someone
The way I
came,
look at it, it doesn't look like you're going anywhere anyway.
the last time someone
You
asked
can't even leave this island as it is now.
about the Eye of Taras, an entire elven city was destroyed.
Yeah, maybe because when people touch it with magic, they murder thousands of people.
They don't come with instructions, that's for sure.
Or a big warning label that says, hey.
He's just a little sour about blowing us up. But
Well, like you said, he put down 1,000 lives on me. That's on me.
nah, that's not on you. That's not on anyone. How could anyone know this stuff? No one told us. We've spent, well, it feels like years, but
It doesn't
a
matter.
month doing this.
I
or
shouldn't
whatever
have
it's
been
been.
so careless. And neither should you.
Neither should me.
Not you. I'm talking to him.
Oh.
It's like,
I
what?
was like, what?
Listen, I think we should just live with the lives that we have now. We
I
only
don't.
live it once.
That's not possible now. I told you, if I were to tell you this, your lives will not be the same.
I'm in.
I'm alright.
The
I'm
gods
already
went to
dead.
great lengths to bury any knowledge of the Tarassians. And they will certainly bury you if they find out you know this.
If I can bury a certain wizard, I'll collect anything you want.
I'm just trying to help.
You
I
know
don't care
how
about no
powerful-
legends.
You know how powerful these eyes are, but you want us to go and simply collect them. Do you have any idea of how to not die while doing this?
I want you need help.
Well,
We need help.
yes.
Who was gonna help us?
Go speak with Ceruleana. I wish I had chosen a better name for her. It's really hard to say.
I agree.
You can change it right now.
Go speak
Canon.
with Ciru. Ciru is her name. Her nickname.
Siru. Change everything.
She was a great warrior of our people.
Where is she
And
now?
She's in hiding on a
Can you
small
find
island, and I will draw you a map.
Right now, at this
Looks
very
like
moment.
we have a direction. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I
Yeah,
can draw that map.
Please ask
direction than we
her
had.
about my daughter.
We will do that.
Right.
Oh,
have a
and
sending
Victor,
stone?
go ahead
Alright.
and finish asking your questions.
All
I
right.
don't remember if Victor knows about Mount Hellion.
No, Victor doesn't know
But I
about.
want to know about it.
What do you know about Mount Hellion? We were supposed to go there for Aerolus.
Mount Hellion is what remains of the Tarassian homeland. The gods destroyed
okay.
it.
What is that?
Aerolus asked us to go there.
It's now
We
just
planted.
an archipelago.
We planted something. We planted something on this island, and we were meant to go there and plant something else to bring her back to this plane.
You must get Aerolus back. Any help you can get, Aerolus would be great.
Well,
to
then,
help.
would you like us? Would you like to help us scour this island for a dead body?
We need to get
carrying
Aerolus
a
out.
bag.
You say Aerolus is in the Nine Hells.
Aerolus is in the Nine Hells.
We must get her out.
Last we saw her, some scary-looking dragons were coming for her. So we need to go talk to Siru. We need to find Rook's body with that bag that has that stuff. Right?
Yeah, and that, I guess that would have been in, sorry, I forgot. That was in the caves, throwing her out about that little,
My 33 perception.
yeah, that little bag was in there. Yeah.
Oh, we got that?
This
Okay,
bag here?
fantastic.
I forgot about putting it in there.
You mean this bag? I had it the whole time. I
And
was
you
like,
also had what was the other magic item you had?
The wand of animate dead.
Yeah, that was down there also.
Okay.
That was on one of the orcs.
wait, Joe, do you have the chains?
I gave them to you.
Oh, I didn't.
You
Okay,
said you were holding on to him.
Yeah, you said you were gonna hold on to them.
Oh, I'll give them
Changed
to
your
you.
mind.
Oh, okay. I have the chains now.
Say,
Okay.
I do have a question. Since Alzira is a necromancer, could that mean that she made me? Could she have
It is
reborn me?
potential that she made you, Mr. Bones.
I've never seen a dead man without a master. You are an enigma.
Oh, probably
hole.
an black hole. Probably something to do with the fact that she raises the dead using those
And I sense
eyes.
fey power within you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where these come from. I have this map. Do
Know
you
anything
know
about this quarter of a map?
Do you know of this map?
Uh-oh.
Is this the island you're about to draw for us?
Show it to the camera. Bam.
Exactly. Map.
He says there is an island called Barajar,
Yes, it's in my book.
which could be that. Perhaps this is where you are from.
Do you know anything about it?
Thuria was really the traveler. I was just, just the secret queen.
Maybe we just take this power and we leave Jack out. He's got a magic bow. Everything will be all
I
fine.
know, right?
I'll go get Jack.
I
Okay.
smell the magic.
I smell it from down here.
Because when you leave this dome, you are protected. There's no magic in here, no scrying. No one can see you in this dome. When you leave this dome,
Freezy Pop.
I cannot help you. Be careful what you do not wish. You don't want to know anything about. I can't think what I'm trying to say.
I won't open my mouth.
You don't know anything about Tarass. Don't mention it.
No.
Otherwise, you're just asking for wrath.
Fair enough.
I'll walk outside and go, "Your king's a Tarassian."
I'll ask him, are you the only one?
I know of myself. I know of here, yes. I stayed behind with Thuria.
How many people here know about you?
He points to the 3 that are in the room with him. With her. She, by the way.
And these are the 3 that were in the cell with him? Her? Him/her?
Mm-hmm.
Does she look much younger now that she's not an elf?
She's a crystalline person.
Yeah, so she's immortal, basically.
Not immortal. That's what they're trying to do.
Oh. Gotcha.
How old are you?
That's not a nice thing to ask a lady, Victor.
I'm 2,200 years old.
How long do your people live?
I don't have much longer to go.
Unless we can collect these eyes, baby.
And all my brethren will be free and raised again.
Oh yeah.
Well, this makes it better.
You shatter the boundaries between the realms. We can share the realms. No more gods.
And the people watching us all night, those were at your request.
Yes, I apologize. We don't know who to trust anymore.
You could have at least let me sleep with the shutters closed. It was bright this morning.
That's what he's worried about.
Said for months now, nothing has been as it seems. And just recently, an image of you, and he points to Finn on the beach.
Uh-oh.
It was an image you on the beach blasting a beam of light using this vessel. It was just came to my attention while they were interrogating me.
Oh, you noticed that.
They noticed that.
Oh, they noticed that. Yes, I noticed that they noticed that. They came to me. They didn't know what it was, and I kept them away from it.
You got them very interested.
The boat.
Excuse
the
me?
boat exploded with your people on it.
I don't know about that. Whenever we were under there, I don't normally. We're safe from being succubuses, incubuses. Don't normally affect us, but the madness in this, the mind affecting effects of this demon was too much, and we all succumbed to it.
What plane of existence was he from?
And when we were in Abyss, when we were under his power, the whole world was just blurred except for we could see everything going on, but we had no control over anything.
Yes, we got a small taste of it when we went to try to find him the first time. It was mostly unpleasant.
He was contained for a long time. I don't know how they managed to get him over here. But regardless, he's gone now. Jack back yet? They back with Jack?
Yeah, Jack comes back.
Yes.
And he says,
I feel great.
Okay. He says, "Hello, Jack. You look refreshed."
Yes.
You look like you missed all the story.
He says,
All right.
He says the power contained in this vessel. You can selfishly hoard it for yourself, but that's too much for one person. And I can assist you in sharing this power amongst your group. And I think together we can lift this curse that the gods are putting on us.
But it only works on this island, right?
Right now we are hidden thanks to Aerolus. This island and a few other places where you're going, where Siru Where you going? Where you going? Where Siru is, she also has found a way to hide herself.
But
And hopefully my daughter has also found a place.
Will this power go with us there?
Yes. He puts his hands on the box, and he kind of mutters some things under his breath. And you see the room sort of starts glowing rainbow colors. And you get some tingles up your arms and up your spines, and each of you can all feel this just running through you, and that same power that Finn felt before, with a sort of like this heart beating and the shaky and the buzz kind of overcoming your body. You all begin to feel it.
Whoa!
Nice.
You feel a little bit, a little quicker. You feel like you can see a little better. You feel a little stronger.
So why did it wear off? Canonical story reasons.
It did not wear off. You are deadened in here. You were in an anti-magic field.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I could have just kept it.
You could have.
And just been super powerful. That's alright. It's better to distribute the wealth.
If an anti-magic field, will I... With
Mr.
my
Bones,
Mr.
the
shitty
anti-magic
form-
field
Does
falls
dispel
apart.
magic? Does that make you crumble?
No, that's the other. That's
Okay,
the other race.
okay.
I didn't choose that one.
Nope, you're fine.
That would have been pretty funny. Little
Oh,
bones
hey,
up
Even if I did,
Oh,
I
there
have to make a save.
There goes Mr. Bones, dead. Again, I guess.
So, do we do anything?
No,
with
that's a different one.
I'll tell you in a minute. Afterwards.
Wait
You
a
guys
second.
Feel really
How
good.
does the guy with the Raven God feel about this? He just got told that the Raven might abandon him if he takes
He's
his
conflicted.
power. I was wondering about this. I'm now thinking about this. Would you
Are
even
you
want
gonna
this power?
lose your powers? Your ability to cast?
I don't know.
Are you asking him?
Would
this?
you?
Yeah.
Yes. Would you even want this power if it means that you might have to give up your god?
I don't know.
Maybe your god's in the wrong. Or maybe the Tarassians are just really, really bad.
Nah.
Are we still in the tower next to the only Tarassian we've ever met?
I said it out loud. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. Haven't
So
felt
I'll
this
ask
good
him-
since
I'll ask
yesterday.
Bevel. So after all this, you still think that the right choice is to try and ascend?
Do you have a better idea? What's our other option? To stay in hiding. Let thousands of my brethren just out there being abused and used for other people's gain.
How do you plan to find all of them?
Well, we just told him where like
Yeah,
6 of them
you-
are.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's plenty more, right? How many did you make?
There was at least a dozen.
Oh, so we had more than half of them.
I thought most of them were destroyed. I mean, the whole I remember the day it happened. The sky turned red, and just the destruction of that event, the cataclysm.
We know of 2 for sure that are gone.
So even the
Are they
thought,
all on the island of Teal?
I have no idea. But if you found one there, then that would...
More than one.
Aside from the one that we accidentally destroyed, there was another one that got destroyed way before we ever knew about them. There's a nice big crater in the middle of the island.
Well, now there's 2.
Well, now there's 2. But
Hairless was the only one who came to your aid.
Airless assisted us and attempted to fight back against the gods to allow us to continue.
Why?
Airless works with the dead and sees the dead as basically a second chance. No more need for life and death and safe travel between any realms. I believe there might have been a few more few others that were sympathetic to us, but Airless for sure. Airless assisted us in disguising this place.
Man, Isaac, you died at just the wrong time.
Okay,
know,
just
right?
just clarify.
Like my whole story.
Do you know what Airless looks like?
No, I've never seen Airless.
Lucky you.
Oh yeah, she is like a big
Ooh.
crazy goat demon.
I'm a big crystal to you. You are very different than me.
You are meat sack.
You are
Like
meat
over
sack.
Finn.
Except for Bones. Bones is
You are a
Bones.
bone sack.
We grind you up to grow trees, boy.
Wait, I say I have a question.
Oh,
Is there an item or magic item that can help us detect these eyes?
We have a device that
We heard of one a long while ago.
there was one that we used to collect them up. It may have survived. You say you've heard of it, then it must be out there somewhere.
well,
Not here. Okay.
What about this L0 girl?
If you
So
find a
if we-
Tarassian, I can hear them.
okay.
can
Well, I
hear
don't need a sending
Okay.
stone then.
Yes,
we
they-
find Siru.
they speak to me. I can hear them talking.
Hmm.
I have a
Why
quick
do they
question.
Why do they not always talk to you?
The vessel talks to me.
But
Is it talking to
Alright,
you?
so we
now?
know we have.
I can hear their voices.
you can hear any Tarassian
Alright.
from anywhere.
No, just the souls encased in here.
Okay.
Alright, so supposedly we know Alzira has some, so. I'm
We
a
will go
skeleton.
get her,
She
Mr.
likes
Bones.
skeletons.
We got it.
I could disguise
Sure.
to be one of her undead.
I
Get
I
really close
glare
and I
at
can
Mr. Bones.
steer. We could steal one of her,
That's a little ways away. We've got another. We've got God to bring back to this realm.
Yeah, I don't even care about Alzira right now.
Yeah, that's on the back burner. All of a sudden.
So when you're ready,
That
I can
sounds-
Handle her.
I can get you into the Nine Hells.
Oh boy.
What about this tower? Let's
First,
get beat up a bit. Let's go.
I want you to find my daughter.
Okay.
Find what happened to her.
Is there a way to test to see if someone is Tarassian?
Test.
Yes. They say they know this boy who could speak to the eyes. Is there a way that...
There's a boy that can speak to the eyes?
Yeah, that's what I told you. Yeah, he claimed he could speak to the eyes. When he got attacked with us, he exploded.
I don't know of any boys that were on that vessel, but it could be a child of a Tarassian.
He doesn't seem
Is
to
there a
know.
way to test?
What race?
He looks human.
Is he human?
What?
If he's in disguise as a human, if he were to get cut, he'd be able to see the light below the skin.
What about darkness?
Darkness.
He got ran
cut.
through, almost killed, and he detonated into darkness. Black, explosive.
Almost the exact opposite of you.
It's possible he's the. It could be maybe a part Tarassian, part something else. Sounds like a Tarassian.
Okay, well, he doesn't know that. So, we'll figure it out.
Who is this boy?
Yeah, can you get in contact with him and bring him here?
If
Can
maybe
you send a
we-
message to someone?
Sure.
Magically?
Yes.
If we told you who they are, things about them?
I think I have to. Do you have to know
Well,
who
hang
they
on,
are?
hang
You have
on.
to know the person, don't you?
Nope.
I think if we...
Oh, can you not?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if they know you, then if then they recognize your voice. But that implies that they don't have to know you. So
okay.
You can talk to him. His name.
Finn could turn into him.
Yeah, if you need to know what he looks like, I got you.
I have a question. So if you guys attacked this boy, then perhaps you guys probably shouldn't. You just, I'm right here. You told him.
We didn't attack him.
That's what you said.
He got attacked when you were.
He got attacked.
Yeah.
You were there. In a past life.
Bert was there.
Okay. Whatever your plan is.
Maybe just mention that we found help for him or something, and
he was a troubled boy.
He was obsessed with the box.
He was obsessed with that eye. He had minimal powers of his own, but he was using that box to figure things out, and he was going down a very not wholesome route, let's say.
Okay. I will.
Whatever he is.
I will speak with him.
Let us know what he says. We're gonna be here for another day or so.
Will do.
Okay.
Which direction should we start to find Siru?
So it gives you a map that has you go off of the it's a small island southwest of where you are right now.
What's the name of it?
The name of the island is Whirl.
Whirl?
Whirl.
Whirl.
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave, I'll ask him about
her.
Bellwater.
Bellwater's where I met Thuria. That's where I used to live.
And Solari?
Yes, Solari was another one of our islands. The Tarassians were a massive empire.
Huh.
So
Thuria was a trader and would travel amongst the islands of the Tarassians a long time ago. That's where we met.
When you talk about ascending, would you then stay wherever on whatever plane you ascend to? How does it work?
It breaks the barriers between the realms. So, if you wish to go to the Feywild, you just go to the Feywild. There's no.
It breaks it down for everyone.
Correct. If you want to live in Celestia, so be it. There's nothing stopping you from going there.
Would you all have powers of like the gods?
We already had the power of the gods.
Well, I mean,
they position themselves in the seat of power, only letting select few into their realm, throwing down whatever they wish to the material plane.
Yeah, the celestial people didn't seem very nice.
Honestly, it sounds like you're ready to go to war.
We simply want to live.
And what of the planes that people do not want to go to? The bad planes.
It would be broken as well.
And you would be willing to let people from the Nine Hells come into whatever it is you want to live. I want to try to read him very well as he answers this.
He says, think of anyone you may know that has died and is now being tortured for an eternity in the Nine Hells. It doesn't have to happen anymore.
But
they can just leave.
Torturers can come as well.
Yeah, they can live where they wish.
Normally when people
torture who they want, whenever they want.
Not if they don't have the power.
But if
they have the
do.
power because of where they are.
Oh yeah, I see. So if you break the barrier between the realms, the power that makes the beings of that realm more powerful than the beings of the material plane fades away and distributes evenly across all realms of existence, leveling the playing field for all beings.
You are a smart one, Finn.
I don't think the Nine Hills should be messed with, because when someone goes there, they're supposed to be there.
Not necessarily.
So you think if a friend of yours dies and ends up in the Nine Hells, they should spend eternity damned and tortured?
For their small, relatively short lifetime.
Or should they be free to not die and live forever?
I'm liking this more and more the more I understand it.
Listen,
what if they go to places like one of my friends? He went to his toad god.
Then he can spend his time with his toad god however he wishes.
When he died, I'm just saying, he didn't die and go straight to the Nine Hells. He went to his toad god.
Then he can go to his toad god.
He's saying that if the toads wanted to go to their toad god now, they could if the barrier between realms was removed, and the toad god would no longer have the power of a toad god. It would just be a big toad, and wealth would be. It's like communism of magic.
You say that it was...
The planes of existence give the gods and their inhabitants the power to have dominance over the material plane. If you remove the barrier between the material planes...
And I think you understand why the gods did not want us doing this.
Yes, of course. Because it sounds amazing.
This will add chaos. It does not. It sounds like complete chaos.
How could it be chaos? If demons didn't have the power demons have, they're just another being that can be killed as easily as anyone else.
How does this work? So does everyone have powers of God?
You have the powers you have now.
How do you know that's how it's going to be?
Tell me, if you had the opportunity to bring thousands of your family back, would you take
all your friends who died in the Empire, your family who was killed.
I understand that, but how do you know everyone goes to an even playing field? And if everyone does go to an even playing field, what happens when somebody does kill somebody? Do they just go, oop, I popped up here, or do they cease to exist on any plane?
I do not know.
Listen, there are some bad people out there, alright?
Wouldn't that be worse?
Wouldn't cease. No, it wouldn't be worse. If I had to choose between eternal damnation and ceasing to exist in any capacity, I would willingly choose ceasing to exist in any capacity.
Well, if you live a proper way, you go to your god's place.
Did we live a proper way when we went to hell?
I'm not saying for me, I'm saying for the majority.
I am saying, did we do anything to deserve where we went?
Well, it sounds like
you're... I decimated an entire...
An accident is an accident.
Yeah, but it's still like... He murdered thousands. He murdered an entire village.
Only those deserving.
Those lizard folk deserve to die. We took parents away from children.
No, we didn't. We eradicated the whole family all at once. And just think, they could come back.
We took those children to the snake people.
You're so worried about the lives that you have taken, this could solve your problem. The lives
I don't think I'm on the right side.
But how do you know that's what happens?
Well, if they're in hell, they're out of hell. If they're in...
I'm not asking you, I'm asking him. How do you know that is what will happen when you do this?
That's what the Thuria of Meru describes.
Who wrote the Thuria of Meru?
It was a collection of many of our scholars over years and years of work.
I don't think the Thuria of Meru should be touched.
How do you know it's not all just mumbo jumbo?
If it was mumbo jumbo, then the gods would not have gotten involved.
That is true. That's a compelling argument.
Maybe there's a reason why they don't want this.
It was far worse than what you thought, and the gods were preventing you from doing it. Either way, you claim that if something is taken off of its plane, then it no longer has the power that it has. But Alinta was here.
But the power of the
Alinta
plane was still
powerful.
contained.
And Alinta is dead. And if
It was no
the
small
realms
feat.
of Celestia, they could come in and remove the demon, then they could have done it. They could have easily stopped Alinta from walking here. They chose not to.
They probably chose for a reason.
Maybe they enjoy their peace in their celestial lives.
Listen, if
They're just
we
a bunch of
that's
a-holes. I've been there. I met one nice guy in the whole place.
Finley, right? Wasn't it Finley?
Yeah, Finley.
Listen, I think the third Maru should. There's a reason why it shouldn't be touched.
It should not be
goes on a
touched
barrier
by
for a
anyone
reason.
other than a Tarassian. That is for sure. It's too powerful for
I
anyone
don't
else.
think it should be touched by anyone. Period.
I could agree with you there. But is it safe to
think
be
the
left
way how
for
it is
anyone to grab
fine.
it, or should it be in the hands of someone who knows how to handle it?
I think it should be destroyed, where no one can
say.
get a hold of it. Lord of the Rings style,
know.
throw it in the volcano.
If you're right, it sounds amazing. Of course, I want my family back, but what if you're wrong? What if it just destroys everything?
Then we'll go out in a blaze of glory, is what I
Yeah.
say.
No. I want to live.
Listen, I don't want
I think
any. I don't want any murders on my hands.
for me, the opportunity to get my family back, I think it's worth it. So
What about you, Raven Man?
No.
I think I need to meditate.
Uh-oh.
May I
And
take a
ask the
walk
Raven?
the rest of the day. We will be in town for at least another 12-ish. We'll be in town for a while. Still resting.
Yes, we must complete a 24-hour rest.
Listen, if we're gonna take this book, I want to destroy it. All right. I don't want anyone on having this book.
Nah, Bone Man. That is not what's going to happen.
Listen, you don't understand. There's gonna be complete
It'll be
chaos.
amazing.
It won't be.
Whoa, what was that?
sorry. Snapchat.
Okay,
I
am going
think
to.
this
I
book
will,
should be destroyed.
I'll destroy you, Bone Man.
Dude, I'm in.
will-
I'm so in on this plan. I've never been more in on a plan. This sounds amazing.
I will.
This sounds horrible.
It either ends spectacularly and everyone's amazing and all is right in the world, or we get to kick back and watch the world die. And either way, that sounds like a good end of a D&D campaign.
He says, if,
Listen,
if
this is
we are to
D&D,
do
alright?
this, we need allies. We need
Okay.
to get... This is a safe place.
I
You
bet we
can-
can get rid of one necromancer.
Convince Siru. I don't know about that necromancer. They want to abuse this book.
I don't know.
I can put. We
You
can
can
put her in
judge
the ground.
how
Yeah.
well they... How... You can try.
I think this
that's up to
seems
you.
right up
I'll-
Glorious. Or
You've
How's yours
destroyed this demon. I will trust your judgment.
She doesn't want Aerolus coming back. Specifically, we were told. Because she was once a follower of Aerolus.
Listen, the
And
gods
it
are
went
there to keep
bad.
things in order. If we don't have anyone keeping anything in order, it's
In
just
fact,
going to be a
Aerolus-
bloody massacre.
Aerolus mentioned Alzira by name when we met her. As if they were working together.
I think Lorius told you that was her deity.
Previous, yeah,
No,
Yeah,
Raven was her previous one, and then
Yeah.
she switched over to Aerolus.
yeah the
Raven, whenever
was,
she was a cleric in the old party, she was a cleric of the Raven. And then something happened after they found the eyes, and she switched.
she must have talked to the eyes, and they told her about it. She must have found a way, and maybe because she's using it, she's starting to go mad. That's why she wants the Thrimaru, because her eyes are telling her to get it.
if she can understand it.
I think if we can convince her of what we know now, I think she'd be.
We're not supposed to tell anyone.
Maybe she already knows.
Maybe she already knows is the key.
I have a feeling if she switched from the Raven to Airless, she already knows.
You also remember there was somewhere in there where it mentioned that the Raven. She said, I think she said the Raven abandoned her.
Oh,
she was
okay.
lost, and then Airless came in and picked her up.
This is getting juicy. So we bring Airless back. We find this person's daughter. We go back to the island. We put to bed Vulcus the wizard.
Why? He'll be back anyway, right?
Not until after everything's settled.
Why do we even have to deal with him?
Because we need his eyes.
Yeah. And Alzira.
This book should be destroyed.
I'll just say, okay, let us finish resting. We will come back.
We will convene after you've talked to Leaf.
Tell us what you know about this boy. And I will spend the rest of the day walking around the town and on the outskirts of the town.
Okay.
I'll spend the rest of the day looking through Rook's journal and how we're supposed to bring Airless back.
I will go with Finn and
go over this with me.
Playing with it.
Bones and Jack?
I'm just...
What? Wait, what?
What you doing?
I'm taking it from you before you leave.
I'm just gonna sit in the bar and just...
And if you don't give it to me, I'll break your legs.
Have another milk. Maybe some horchata.
Oh, yeah. Horchata, yeah.
Just gonna sit down.
Never had it before.
Pour some...
They have it at Aldi. I've always wanted to buy it, but yeah.
It's good.
You want some? Just get some Cinnamon Toast Crunch and eat that, and then drink the milk, and then that's horchata.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
really?
amazing. Yeah, it's incredible. It's good stuff. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk.
I'm about to go get me some of that, dude.
It's great.
So, Victor, as you're walking around town, each of you, as you go around, the town's still very quiet, but you get some very... these wild elves were pretty closed off before, but you get some very happy waves and nods, and you are the talk of the town as you walk. You get the elbow and they point and
feel in comparison to old feeling. Now that we're out of the anti-magic zone.
As soon as
you walk outside that room, your mind is not clouded anymore like it was. So you don't have that, not clouded. You sort of had that
like manic.
My precious, this is you don't feel that anymore. You kind of feel a little bit of.
Mr. Bones doesn't have his disguised cell phone.
You miss it a little bit, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I take the bag from Victor before he goes on his walks. Remember, I'll find you and take it from you.
Good. Come find me and talk to me away from everyone else.
Okay, I'll find him before he gets too far away, and get that bag from him.
Okay.
Mr. Bones is regular Bones. He's not.
Are you and Shiro
shifting
coming to
his
talk
form.
to me about it?
Yes, I presume, because he was coming with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll say this is the bag you want to help with the Tarassian.
That is the bag that we need. We were already doing that before we found out all this information anyways.
So what
we just lost the bag. What do I think happens? I explained what I thought happened.
When all the walls come down, do you think it will be peaceful or warful?
If I had to guess, there will be a period of unrest.
If I were to guess, that's all there will be.
If everyone finds out that you don't have to worry about dying anymore, I don't know.
Death is what compels man to do. Yeah, death is what compels man to do everything.
I'm not
everyone
just a man. Everything from the Nine Hells will be free to do as it wishes.
As will every other plane.
As powerful or not.
But they won't be. The reason for the Nine Hells is to punish. If there's no reason to punish anymore.
What makes you think that people will not do bad things?
Oh, I'm sure people will do bad things.
What would be the point? There'd be so much area, land, whatever, anything you need, right? That's what this place is supposed to be.
I have walked many miles without seeing anyone. I do not believe that it is simply a matter of space.
Not necessarily.
Conflict is eternal. And by opening all the doors...
Do you ever see elves at war?
Conflict.
Serious question. Do you ever see anything other than man at war? Do we? It is almost always...
I don't know.
People.
Do we in this world? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you know that...
In the past, but it's been a long time.
You've had some fights.
Elves typically stay to themselves because elves typically live a much longer lives than humans.
Have you ever killed someone?
Oh yes, many.
Are you human?
No.
So what makes you think anything else will be different?
I've killed to defend myself. I've killed to defend
From
what
what?
I believe. From people.
The way I
Only
look at it
humans.
now,
So you've only killed humans.
look around us.
No.
You say there's... It'd be so bad for the Nine Hells to get out. They're already here. They've been here. We've been fighting them. Now we just gotta fight them without the worry of knowing that if we die for good.
We killed
I know
Ballas.
that for sure.
We killed
Maybe you
Ballas
still
in
die
the
for
Nine
good
Hells.
only.
Plus, I get to see my family again. That's what matters to me. I've lost everything that I
Where is
loved.
your family now? Do you know?
I would hope in a good place, but I don't know.
I have never loved nor lost.
You can be wrongly put into hell. You could be wrongly put anywhere. Just saying, it seems like a pretty good deal.
It seems very dangerous to me. I fear that conflict will just grow larger.
Perhaps it will.
If a being whose sole purpose is to torture is suddenly let to go anywhere it wants, and its supply of people to torture is cut off, what do you think will happen?
Do we know that demons live for torture? Obviously, some of those demons switched over to Alenta's side.
Now they won't have the strength of being so overly powerful over us.
Yes, if they
Are we
lose their
sure
power.
what will happen?
No, but can you be sure of anything?
Well, he claims that it will just all the power will just get evenly distributed, but power isn't evenly distributed even on one plane. I don't see how it would be.
Power is evenly distributed in the material plane, sure. Most people aren't more powerful than others. They're more powerful by association, not by
I would
strength.
consider that we are more powerful than most.
Perhaps, but there are others more powerful than
Look
us.
how we all start.
But look,
we all
I started as
It
nothing.
only
Yes,
changes when we work for it.
I was nothing. I was in a slave camp. I don't
So
know how
you were
long we've been
saying
doing
that
this.
No one should have to work for it then.
I'm not saying no one should have to work for anything. I'm just saying that without the fear of death, people are less likely to do certain things.
I think that without the fear of death, people are more likely to do stupid things.
And without the fear of God, they're more likely to not do stupid things. Or maybe they will do stupid things, and it's their choice to do those stupid things. And if those stupid things are going to the celestial plane, or if those stupid things are, man, I love to hang out with red demon girls, that's all in their business.
Still have reservations about this, but even if I didn't, what makes you think it would be successful this time? It was stopped last time.
Like he said, he didn't have us last time.
Didn't have us last time. Yeah.
I'm an optimist. Or am I?
I could tell that
Listen,
from all this previous.
Shiro, listen.
I
If
think
we
this
do this book,
You're not here, Jar.
You're not here.
you're right.
He's like, hey guys.
You're right.
Why?
He says,
Hey, we have us, but
you want to be closer to
my
the Raven,
power,
right?
my power comes from the Raven. Why would she let me use my power to help this?
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be her choice if she didn't have the power. You would keep the power you have, and she would have no say.
I mean, to pull this off.
You were just given power. Maybe you don't need the Raven anymore.
If I were to suddenly get all this power, why would not everyone else have it?
The power we just received, you're saying?
No, if all the doors are broken. And I am the same as the Raven.
You're not the same as the Raven. More like the Raven will come down to our level.
So I would be the same as the Raven then.
I suppose, but not in the sense that I assume you were talking about a minute ago.
No, I just mean in terms of the ability to make things happen.
I suppose if the Raven has much power concentrated on her, she has the ability to do a lot. But if that power was distributed, her power, her unnatural power, distributed, then she could not impose her will on others. She has a viewpoint. She's no better than us. She just has power to inflect her viewpoint onto others.
Here's your bag. And I sit down and look around for any animals that happen to be nearby.
There's you notice there's a few animals that seem to be poking their heads out looking at you. You have attracted attention from the wildlife as well.
I'll place my hand out. Please come here.
They come up to you. Cautiously at first, but they make their way up to you.
I'll just let it like smell my hand and then just sort of pet any animals that come up while I'm sitting down.
Yep, when a bunny comes up, and then a couple other squirrels come up as well, and before you got butterflies flapping around, and a few more small rodents mosey up to you.
Do you guys turn around and leave immediately, or are you?
We'll wait for just a second, then I'll part you farewell.
Okay.
We have planning to do.
For a while. I'll talk to the animals and I'll say, "What do you think?" And just sort of sit with them for a while.
Got a Snow White moment going on there. And you know it's not natural that animals would act like this, so you feel like these animals have been told something. Or they know something.
I mean, I hang out with animals a lot, but yeah, this many at the same time is a little odd.
Yeah.
All right, we go back, go through his notes.
So this is the bag with the bits to get Arrowless back?
Yes.
So you have, it's pretty simple. It's just a list of things that need to be done. You have one...
We've already done a couple of them, right?
Yep, one seed. There's a seed in there.
Then one.
It needs to be planted in the Feywild. You have a ruby. It says it needs to be thrown into Mount Hellion. Shrunken pixie head, which you did already, buried in the Elven Oaks. And you also have a diagram of a key in there, which needs to be forged in adamantine.
Okay. Well,
the adamantine's in there too, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nope. It is not.
we were looking for adamantine, which we might be able to get now, right?
Yeah, you can get a full plate of adamantine armor for like 500 gold, and we got 1,800 gold.
Yeah. We can just buy a brick of it.
Actually, the two people that have the gold might not come with us, so who knows? The one person, because didn't you give the 500 gold to Victor?
Yeah, has all the gold.
I have 1,300, and Jack has. Oh, unless Jack gave it to me.
Yeah, I gave it
so I have all of it.
He has all the gold.
All the gold.
Well, okay, we'll finish out our rest, and then we'll talk to Thuria again about what he talked to Leaf about, and then show him the instructions, her, the instructions about what we need to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off to wherever the queen said about the map thing.
The map to the island?
Yeah, my map.
Okay, what are you doing with it?
So the queen or king, whichever, told me to go check out someone that may know about my map. So I'm gonna go check on him. that person.
Man, he's really delayed.
Oh, that was the, I think you did that before, didn't you? You talked to the guy that tried selling you stuff?
Yeah.
He didn't know.
When we first got here.
He didn't know anything. I think you already went to him and talked to him. Or you went through his shop. His shop was there, but he wasn't there. That's what happened.
I'll go back to his shop.
He's still not there. Same as it was before.
Does he have like a sign which time he's open and closed?
It's abandoned. It's abandoned. Yeah, you've been here since it's been abandoned as well.
Yep. I went in there.
Oh, okay.
Checked the magic in there too, and there's nothing left.
Yeah. Packed up and left. Okay. Your final hours go by. Peaceful. You do not have the guard and the eyes watching you like you did before. And long rest.
I have a question. Mr. Bones is not shifted, so he's just a normal skeleton.
Okay.
Does this relate?
You get some looks.
That's it though. Nobody's like aggressive.
No one stabs you.
No one stabs you. That's the best news I've heard all day.
No
How could you get stabbed?
Not yet.
I love that I'm not getting stabbed.
Listen, my character's just right about to knock out Jack.
One of them raises a bat. 'Cause he's
Bring
like,
it.
I know a knife won't do anything to this skeleton.
Gotta get a hammer for this.
Gotta get a hammer for this.
I'm vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Well,
head
we
back.
go back
Head
to...
back to Thuria.
Wait,
Yeah.
if before we head back, I do ask the party. I say, if any of you,
Oh, wait.
you know, huh?
Sorry, before we head back, I'll identify your bow.
And the sword.
Identify all the magic stuff.
I'll
Yeah,
identify all the
yes.
magic items. I say, we're walking out the door, and I was like, oh, wait.
It's like, oh, wait.
Let me do you a solid, Jack. Let me
That would be
identify that
great.
for you.
then.
You have a cloak of elven kind. Big shot.
I think I have all that stuff. And I'm still sitting with the animals.
Well,
guys are all night.
this is hours have gone by.
This is like next day,
Oh.
basically.
I've been sitting there for a while, man.
Just sitting there petting them for.
Do you share your magic items?
If they come find me, but I'll just be sitting there in that same spot for hours.
Well, for now, yeah, we'll go find him, and we'll just, for the sake of identifying them, we'll identify them.
He's got all our crap. Let's go find him.
Okay, you
don't have to
find
go find him.
a
You know where we are.
shield which glows.
Ooh.
It's called an arrow catching shield. Gives you +2 AC to range attacks.
That's perfect. Can I just stick that on my back?
And whenever an attacker makes a ranged attack within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to become the target of the attack instead, should you choose.
Oh.
That longsword is a vicious longsword. And
What does that mean?
When you roll a 20, it takes an extra 7 damage. 2d6. It's an extra 2d6 on your crit.
Oh, nice.
And
Wait,
then-
an extra 2d6 on crit?
Yeah,
No, that's for the
that's
for
a
the
long.
sword.
That's a long-sword. Your bow is a +2 longbow, +2 attack,
Oh.
+2 damage.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
pretty good.
And there's
That's
a
pretty
horn
good.
of blasting. 30-foot cone, 60 feet away, you can hear it. Every creature in that cone gets a con save and takes 5d6 thunder damage and is deafened.
Oh, wow, that is very good.
All this stuff is it. Except for the horn, it all seems like it's elven-made stuff. You know the orcs that were there. We saw the ship, and then maybe it came in off of that. You know, but it seems like
Who
it's
wants
just
the
a
horn?
bunch
I
of
think
junk
the
that
horn
folks
is,
were collecting up.
Our new barbarians thing. He could be like swinging with one hand, wah, with the other.
Just like Barrymore. Boromir.
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 I don't know. The cleric could do it too. Our cleric's kind of a front row guy. He could blow a horn at people. Think how big he is. He could get a
I'm
leave
the
him louder
second
go.
row.
Huh?
Second row person, not a front row person.
Oh, okay. I thought you were wearing like full plate armor.
I've got a breast, or my AC's 15.
Half plate?
It's not great. It's just
Oh,
not as
okay.
bad as Rook.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, because Rook had like a 1 AC. I swear. He was wearing printer paper taped to his body.
Don't look at me too harshly.
Did you use the shield? Victor?
Do you want to get shot, Victor? Basically, it would keep you from getting shot.
Plus 2 AC against ranged.
Slightly better than what I have, yeah.
Plus AC against range. That sounds good for him. I can't use a shield anyways. I don't think.
I think you might be the only one that can use one. Well, yeah. I guess David can, but he's got a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I could use it.
I could use it in one hand. I could one hand.
David could take that sword, the bones.
Oh yeah, I could.
I'll give him. Well, I don't know if I had the sword, but if I did, I'll give him the sword.
Okay, yeah, David. I mean, Mr. Bones can have the sword.
Yeah, well, I reluctantly give him the sword.
You got the bow. Don't be greedy.
No, it's not that.
Mr. Bones is just giving that look where he's like 2 steps away from getting knocked out.
Man, Mr. Bones got violent all of a sudden.
I know.
Didn't Jack help you fight all those guys you fought? He was like actually the only.
He's been talking smack to me.
He's been talking. I'm gonna put him down
for good reasons. Wait, what does the bow do again?
Plus 2 attack, plus 2 damage.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's pretty good. Make your sharpshooter hit.
That's actually yes.
He's been threatening me all the time. I think it's time that I put some dirt in his eyes.
Okay, you say that as I'm handing you the sword, and I'm like, I don't know about this.
Okay, who's going to see Thuria?
I suppose me.
Okay.
Oh.
So you make your way up. Same thing. Up the ladder. There's Thuria up there. Even more looking like Thuria this time.
Yeah.
And so he says, I tried to message. I didn't get a response. I attempted to scry as well. I couldn't connect.
It might be because of the city that he's in.
Yeah, he could possibly be in the zone like we had here.
Yeah, South Shore had a zone around it for a while.
And would explain why someone, if he is Tarassian, how he could get away with being a Tarassian not noticed.
Maybe. His parents got killed.
You knew his parents?
We knew that the father was compelled to kill the mother. We don't know what happened with her after that. And then the town got together, even though we found out later it was not his fault. Banished him to the sea. Went out to sea and got eaten by a kraken.
They weren't Tarassian. They were human?
Not that we knew of. He could have been Tarassian. He got eaten by a kraken, and we don't know what happened.
He looked human, right?
He looked human, yes. I suppose nothing crazy happened with the mother, since it would have been a buzz in the town if she was glowing when she died.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a potential that he was, and we just never knew because he got eaten by a kraken. What else were we gonna ask him?
Do you have any forges here?
A forge? No, we don't. We don't do that here.
I'll show her the instructions to bring Airless back. See what he has to say about it.
He takes a look at it and says, "This is great. This is much easier than my solution."
Oh, that's good.
If all it takes is planting these across, and I think we can do this.
Yeah, we already did the shrunken head.
What would happen if Airless was attacked by, let's say, like, the devil?
Which devil?
A multi-headed dragon?
I don't know.
Do you know
We're
who
assuming they got away.
You think Airless is dead?
We didn't see her die.
No. I don't know. The last thing we saw was a multi-headed dragon headed her way, and she sent us on our way.
Typically not the Nine Hells' way to kill. They make sure suffering and torture is their way. So it's possible she's being tortured.
Well, regardless, our old warlock got these instructions from her, so I suppose we need to... Can you give us a map to Mount Hellion so we can drop this in the mountain?
I can.
Fantastic.
I think that thermometer is still a big mistake.
So we get this map from him.
Yep, he hands you like a really old map.
Get a copy. I don't like carrying antiques.
And okay, he sets it down and starts kind of drawing. And you can see like there was a big landmass, and as he draws it in now, it's just sort of like an archipelago of the caldera. That's what it called, the volcano that, like the caldera peaks are just like an island chain of circles.
Okay, so that's Mount Hellion.
Called it the first time I heard.
Points the center of the caldera and says, "That's Mount Hellion."
I knew it.
Fantastic.
Victor's
we had an idea.
Uncharacteristically quiet about all this, by the way.
I had an idea that's where it was. What about the Feywild? I have a chance I can go there with my Amulet of the Plains, but if there's a more reliable way to get there.
You cannot get there from here. We are blocked off from that, but if you leave our boundary, if you plane hop between here, you will reveal us. Reveal me.
Oh. Okay. Good thing we didn't do that. We found a
and he looks at the cleric and he says, "And you cannot contact your deity here."
I knew that. I don't know if Victor knew that or not, but you told me that.
I suppose we'll be on our way to do these things as fast as possible. We don't know what's happening on the island we came from, but we don't have really any way to get back anyways, so...
Oh, the portal.
Oh, there is a portal in town that'll take us there. You guys traded with South Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're the ones who have the eyes. They have quite a few of them. That's where the siren is and everything.
A siren?
Yeah. Know any way to defeat a siren?
I don't. There was, I've only heard stories of siren.
Okay, makes sense. Well,
they gave you the heebie-jeebies, let me tell you.
Yeah, our old frogman had a few run-ins, but we'll manage. We're gonna go see if our boat didn't get stolen. Alright,
Do you have
we're
any
off.
diamonds or diamond dust you could part with?
I'm sure we can find some.
Wait a second. What kind of spell you cast in
Do you
here?
have any good ores that would be good to forge a weapon?
Adamantine.
Ores? Yeah, we don't deal with metals here. We find it distasteful.
They're elves. Wood elves.
No way you would have adamantine then, I take it.
Not here.
Well, that's one thing we gotta add to the list.
One of the things that it took me a long time to get used to.
Okay, well, suppose we're on our way. We're gonna go try to get this all done in a timely manner.
Abel walks with you and leads you out of the tower, Victor, and across into another building tree, and takes you into like a big lab where you can see he's got some books, some tomes open, and there's a few like potion bottle things going, and seems like he's got quite a bit of stuff going on in there.
Do I glean anything as far as what he's doing from the books and stuff?
Seems like mostly. Give me a perception check.
Arcana check.
Perception to see what he sees in the books as he looks by.
Nope, 14.
Yeah, you don't. Unless you want to physically go and look at it, just from first glance, you can't really tell what it's written in Elven, and from this
I'm
distance.
distracted. I'm having internal conflict.
Yeah. And so he goes into a chest and he pulls out a baggie, and he asks how much you need diamond dust. How much do you need?
Hold on, I gotta look.
We don't have a lot.
What spell is this? Revivify?
Well, I just would like to be able to do like greater restoration and some sort of resurrection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So for greater restoration, I need 100 gold worth of diamond dust each time I cast it. So maybe
twice.
Maybe 300 worth. And then
You could pay for it. You have the money.
Where's my other... Oh, it's not. I think it's up here. Ah, because I didn't have it prepared, because I didn't think I'd ever see a diamond.
Spell is this? I feel like I could look it up as fast as you're looking it up.
Revivify.
Okay.
Diamond worth 300 gold pieces. Diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
So he digs around and he pulls a pouch out and he starts kind of fumbling through some. And he pours it into another baggie and he hands it, and he gives you what you asked for. Gives you the for one revivify and then the 300 worth of dust.
Okay.
And he says, Bevel is a good person. Hopefully this will help you see this. If you need anything, you can come to us.
Is he trying to schmooze me, or is he just trying to?
He's just giving you what you want. He's smoozing you a little bit.
He's trying to convince you that everything is good.
He senses your discomfort.
I'll ask him. I'll say, what about you? Do you think that if all the walls of the plains come down, do you think it will be more peaceful or more warlike?
I don't know. Like most of us around here, we just want to live in peace. But we used to live on the boundary. We could traverse between here and the Feywild as we chose. It was great. We lived in peace. We lived essentially with the gods. And when all that closed down, I mean, it was terrible.
So would you rather open all the doors or just the one to the Feywild?
If opening all of the doors, I mean, then I would take all of them if it gives me a chance to get back to the Feywild.
What if by opening all the doors, the things from the Nine Hills now reside in the Feywild?
I believe the Feywild is strong enough to stand up to that.
And if it does, do you think it will be as peaceful as you remember? Or do you think it will be a war zone?
If the Feywild and Feanor and all the other elven kingdoms can stand together, I believe that's what we want.
True.
I like this guy. From a distance.
Right, but if they all stand together, I'm not so sure that it just doesn't extend the war.
Says perhaps.
Anyway.
I have seen both sides of this. Connected to the Feywild and not connected to the Feywild, and I've seen what it can do.
Anyway, thank you for this. It will help.
He nods. Walks out with you.
Okay.
To the boats!
Okay. Anybody doing anything else in town before you leave?
No. Also, I will say this. We knew that, I'm drawing a blank on her name, was on a boat somewhere.
Tova.
Could we potentially find Tova while we're out? You can scry, right, Victor?
If I have a focus.
I've got you covered, bud. I would like to find Tova if possible.
Do you need a focus now that we have that power?
Oh, yeah. Regardless, when we get to the boat, we can try.
Yep,
Let's go make sure it
about
didn't
3
get
hours.
stolen.
Walk up to the boats. When you get to where where Alenta was, you notice that boat is still there, but there's another one also parked there, but it's not a boat you have ever seen, a boat type you have ever seen before. It's very low in the water. It's made of metal.
Ooh.
It's an ironclad.
It is an ironclad. And around the wreckage, you see half a dozen gnomes that are searching through the wreckage as you guys come up to those trees there.
Oh well, let's go.
On that ironclad, it's got 3. You've never seen them before, but they look like the cannons sitting on each side of it, as well as one very, very large turret in the middle of it.
Ooh.
Who are we
Wow, fancy.
The dock?
It's just
Thuria with us?
Just us.
Nope, just you guys.
Okay.
I'll go in the water. I'll go take a look.
Why are they here?
Well, we'll just talk to the gnomes. We'll just go to the gnomes.
Okay. As you emerge from the tree line in the open area, one of the gnomes sees you and it doesn't approach you, but is watching you carefully, and starts making his way to kind of cut you off from getting towards their boat. If you're walking that way,
I'm walking towards them.
Okay. So he steps up and who are you?
Who are you?
I asked first.
We're new to this island. My name is Finn.
My name is Sparrowhawk.
So, what are you doing on this island?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Came here for no reason?
Is he telling the truth?
Roll it. We've been here for a little while.
How long is a little while? We were here just the other day and you weren't here. Ooh.
26.
He's very confused.
What?
He's very confused. He's trying to act like he's not confused. That's what your insight tells you.
Oh. What about the rest
I'll
of
just
you?
walk up to him and put my hand, like giant meaty hand
He
on
kind
his
of
shoulder.
steps back.
I mean, it's okay. I do not wish to harm you.
What are you gonna cast?
Nothing.
We just like to get
Being
our
nice
boat
to him.
and get out of here. So.
Well, I would like to know what they're doing here. What brought you here? What compelled you to come here, if you're not sure?
We were working. Something was using us.
We're working for someone?
Not working
Are
for.
you blowing up boats?
Were you blowing up boats? Yeah.
Here, I'll put my hand on him, and I'm gonna use a super cool thing called Heartthrob. And how's he feeling?
What?
He feels
Confused.
he's very
What just
confused,
happened?
and now he's very
Scared of the
concerned
undead
because there's a giant hand on one shoulder and there's a bony hand on the other shoulder.
It'll be like a little tap. It'll be like.
I'll take my hand off as soon as.
You can see
after I
he's
pat
very,
him.
very nervous, and he's puffing his chest out. He's trying to sound like he's captain, and in charge of this operation or whatever's going on, but he is very confused.
Did he react
Whatever.
when I asked him if he was blowing up boats?
Yeah, you got a little bit of a reaction of that, a little bit of a uncomfortable look.
Were you patrolling the waters, keeping
Blowing
anything
up
from
boats.
leaving this island?
Yeah, we were attacked.
We understand. There was a thing here
Yeah.
that was making people do things that they
Whatever-
might
yes.
not otherwise do, but
Yeah.
it's gone now. It's okay.
The thing that was
That makes
compelling
sense.
you, we killed it.
You killed her?
Killed it. Her? I don't know about her. We killed it.
They are free? That you killed them?
Yeah.
Yes, we killed them, and we killed all of the succubuses that were with him.
You are
Speaking of which, as we were leaving, did we see anyone that we didn't recognize?
in town?
Yeah.
Um,
Primarily, like anyone we didn't recognize because I'm suspicious because there's still that one incubus that came up to Seraph and left without saying anything else. So I was trying to keep my eyes open for anyone who looks suspicious as we left.
I mean, there was a couple that you didn't recognize, that you hadn't seen, but most of them you saw were from either from there, or maybe some of them came out of woodwork from hiding out and being just depressed in their houses.
Also, they're elves. If the only reason they were being charmed was that Alinta was somehow allowing them to overpower that.
If you'll let me, I would cast Detect Evil and Good as we're leaving, just to see if I can see anyone. It lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. It just tells you straight out.
It lets me know if they're within 30 feet, and I would be trying to walk towards anyone I didn't recognize, if there are any aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead.
This is while you're in town. Backing up a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all seem, they're all elven. Nothing's popping up.
All right.
Okay.
And
anywho.
So the gnome.
Yeah.
Says this is your, and he points to the other boat that's sitting there. This is your boat.
It's our boat now.
Be on your way then.
What about you?
We're gonna clean up some wreckage. Head in,
Are you?
I guess go home.
Go home.
Yeah, just go home.
If there
what
is
wreckage are you looking for?
If there is a home.
I'm sure there is. This seemed pretty localized.
From?
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Ulfkreen. It's the name of my town.
Do I know what that is?
No. Roll me a history. There's always a chance.
Does Joe know about it? He gave a smile like he knew what he was saying.
Yeah, the Empire soldier would know of Ulfkreen.
17.
No, it doesn't. You don't pick anything about it. But the Empire, you know, dealt with some gnomes.
Yeah.
How do we get a boat like yours? Your boat seems way better than our boat.
My boat is better than your boat. But my boat is for gnomes.
Unless there's a wizard around who can heat metal.
That can heat metal, and then it's a bad boat.
It's getting real hot in there.
Think a kraken could kill your boat? Could take your boat out?
Love to kill a kraken.
I don't
We can
know.
pull it down.
I've never met a kraken.
We have some krakens we need dealing with. Is there any way we could employ your help at some point?
Perhaps, but you would need to take that up with my officials. In Ulfkreen.
In Ulfkreen. The campaign has expanded significantly in
I
the
know.
last couple hours.
There's a
Jeez.
whole world out there.
We got a whole list of things.
We've been on an
Well,
island
we've
for
been
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This island was supposed to pop up like at month 2 of the campaign, something like that.
Oh,
It's been just sort of sticking out there.
Wow.
Okay, well, we suggest you move on from this place sooner rather than later.
Why? Is this a threat?
It's
No.
not a threat.
It's just safety precaution.
Safety precautions.
This island
Yes.
is peaceful now.
Yes.
There's no need for a warship.
We've made peace on this island. We have put the demon to bed. We freed you of mind control. We are asking you to move on.
Roll me a persuasion check.
$1 million.
You say that? Geez, your persuasion's super high too.
Mine isn't as high as yours. It was on Rook. It was really good.
20.
See?
He kind of squints at you. He's got like a green beard and mustache and kind of tucks at his beard.
Tugged on it like this.
Yeah, tugs at it. And he says, "Okay, I will leave."
Got it.
Thank you. Let me write down your name so I might be able to... Are you the captain of the ship?
I am Sparrowhawk.
Sparrowhawk.
Hey, Captain, before you leave, quick question about this map, you know?
Are you in
Of this map?
dead form or in human form?
As soon as I saw him, I would switch to human form.
Okay.
Sparrowhawk.
What are you asking him?
If he's seen, my map looks familiar to him.
Looks poorly drawn.
Burn!
Dang.
Yes.
Oh,
this.
man.
Does the name or anything ring a bell?
Barajar? Perhaps. Barajar is an island. I don't...
Do you know where that island is?
Yes?
Can you point in the direction?
He points at the ocean. Out that way.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Monder Isles. I had it written down for Tova. All right.
It's in the Monder Isles.
Wait, what's in the Monder Isles?
Barajar?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's convenient.
Do you know what creatures are out there? What the culture is, inhabitants?
I don't know what's out there. Lots of... It's dangerous. Waters. Pirates. Lots of pirates. Orcs.
Ah.
Lots of orcs.
Maybe that's where the orcs came from.
Maybe that's who's going after Tova and Lindris.
Perhaps. Tova, Lindris, and...
Maris.
One more, right? Maris.
Yeah, you must be careful out there. He looks at the looks at the five of you and he looks at that ship that's out there, a little sloop.
Yeah.
He says the five of you are going to sail that.
What? We're going to attempt to sail that. Is what we yes.
Oh, what? We don't have anyone running the ship. This will be great.
We've never even been on a ship. I've been on a ship.
I rode a ship here, but that was it.
You think this is a good? Says, okay.
You want to help us out?
What do you offer?
Well, we offer mental freedom for one thing. We don't have much else. Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
See.
We freed you of your mental ailment.
Do you like really nice, like, necklace, like chokers? And I'll pull out one of the bracelets.
Bracelets? Where'd you get those?
They were in those bags.
Oh. Would you like jewelry?
He kind of looks him over and he says, "Oh, that's nicely made. I like trinkets. Do you have anything else? Trinkets?"
Trinkets?
I'll dig around. I'll grab one of the jade figurines out of that box.
His eyes light up. He says, "Ooh, do you have any more of those?"
Maybe. How many do you want?
How many do you? Where do you want? Where will we take you?
What's the plan?
I show him the map. We're going here to Mount Helia.
Don't say Mount Helia.
We're going here to whatever the modern name of it is.
Do you want to go? You want to go to Helia, or do you want to go to Siru, where Siru is?
Oh, to where Siru is first. Yes, I suppose.
Okay. He says, I can do that.
Okay. Fantastic.
More of those figures. So finely crafted.
How many more?
All of them.
I'll look for confirmation.
What about... How about just one more, and we settle on the fact that we freed you from eternal servitude?
How about all of them, and I can let you sail that boat on your own?
That seems like a really bad deal.
That seems like a really bad deal.
How about 2 now, and then when I take you to this island, then the rest.
How many do I have?
There's 6 of them. There's 6 of them.
Okay.
6 of them.
There's like a little sheep and a horse and a little turtle. There's little jade figurines of animals.
Set.
How far away is the mountain from where Siru is?
The mountain Hellion is several days.
In the opposite direction?
No.
Oh.
Siru is going to be on the way to Helia.
Oh,
Siru is reasonable. It's like on the northern edge, the closest edge.
Okay. Well, yes, if you can get us in that boat to where we're going, for sure.
More than one stop. Is it still acceptable?
Perhaps.
I'll show him where we want to go.
We'll take you to one, and if you are good company, then perhaps we will take you to another.
We're the best company.
Let me tell you about it.
I'll grab another one of them and hand it to him.
Thank you. It's a tight fit.
Are we riding the ironclad or the sloop?
Are we riding on the ironclad?
Yeah.
Says, I'm not sailing that thing.
Oh, is there something wrong with it?
No. If you, why walk on foot when you can have a horse?
Oh man, Fearball trying to like walk around in a gnomish submarine. This is gonna be terrible.
Okay, fair enough. We'll ride on your ship.
Okay. Make yourself comfortable. We'll finish up here.
Okay, we'll go and wait by the ship. I want to see what they're digging
I take a look inside and be like, nope. I just stay outside the entire time.
So it's got, as you go to the boat, it's sort of this like a spade shape. Yeah, like a spade. So it's kind of in an elongated shield. If you want to think about it, it kind of comes to a point.
Yeah.
And it sort of...
It's a tank that floats, is what you're saying.
Right.
Is it an actual ironclad?
It is an ironclad.
Okay.
There's a pipe on the back of it with black smoke billowing out of it and puttering out of it.
While we're waiting on the shore right here, I am going to cast that water spell I was using to put the fires out on the ship.
Okay.
Just to gauge
inside the smokestack.
just to gauge how diminished my power is compared to what it was.
So yeah, you go and you cast that spell. It seems about like it was before you got the
So I didn't gain any powers
you gained some powers, but you lost a lot. You lost a lot.
Yeah, I lost a lot personally.
Yep.
And we left that eye with him.
Yep, he did. So the gnomes, there's 6 of them out there, and you can see them go. They go down into the where you guys were with the prisoners, and occasionally they come back up with. They seem to be coming out with anything shiny, any sort of metal trinkets, anything like that. They are going down grabbing those. Some of the things you guys passed over before, like there was also some stuff in the big bonfire, which Jack saw before. It was kind of junky, it wasn't anything too, but they are grabbing it, and they seem to be pack rats, basically. They're going in and they're grabbing everything they can.
I asked the captain, if you come across any adamantine enough to make a key, that would be fantastic.
Adamantine? We have plenty of adamantine in Ulfgreen.
Oh, I just need enough to make one small key.
Sure, we can do anything. We could do better than adamantine.
Whoa.
Well, it's calling... I've been specifically asked to get a key of adamantine.
Okay.
Alright, fantastic.
You make me a sword.
I cannot. I sail this ship.
Well,
but
in your homeland.
Of course. The people that live in Ulfgreen are very smart. They can make anything.
Good.
Sounds good. Alright, we'll wait, and then we'll set off when they set off, I suppose.
They spend about an hour digging around, and you can see them bringing stuff back. And again, it's just like, they brought like the manacles and some of the jail doors that they've started breaking down.
Any kind of thing that can be salvaged.
Any metal that, yeah. And,
So what you're telling me is their ironclad looks like a zombie apocalypse bus. It's just a bunch of like iron gates and stuff.
No, the iron looks really well made.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They are salvaging metals to go. He'll tell you that salvage it. They can melt it down and then make wonderful things like this ironclad.
Fantastic. I need to look up what an ironclad looks like.
That's what I did.
What is the name of this ship?
This is the...
What's it called?
The,
Uh-oh.
Where's the good one?
Oh, no.
This is Fens No, not Finn. Finn's too close.
Oh, Finn's.
About to say, oh, it's Finn. My name's Finn. It's my boat.
This is the ink pot.
Oh.
The ink pot.
That's not a bad name. That's not a bad boat name.
uh.
All right, well.
Okay, and he
Fantastic.
opens a hatch. That turns the wheel, opens it up, and it's a tight fit. The Furbolg is going to have a tough time squeezing in there, and all the gnomes, they kind of gather around and they just wait and watch, and they want to see you squeeze into this thing. They're standing around, they're just watching, and they're pointing down, kind of nudging each other,
I'll get it.
nudging each other and pointing.
I can't fit down there. I'll be up on deck.
Okay, you'll get wet.
Well, it's better
Does
than
the ship
being
actually
dead.
dive?
No.
No, it just...
Ironclad's done. I don't know if this one does.
This one does not
It
go.
should-
Does not
yeah.
go under. Victor, since you got such your stupid high perception, and Jack probably sees this too. That massive turret, or that's on the center of the ship. It's basically just like a very big cannon. But you can get a glimpse of a crystal that's sort of been wedged into the back of it. One of the crystals that you guys have come across many, many times.
Oh, one of those green crystals.
I'll,
Where did you...
You had
Say
there
it
Where'd
was,
you get that crystal?
there was some golems that were powered by them from before.
Yeah,
There was some
I
sea
haven't seen them
creatures
before.
powered
We've
by
seen a
them.
bunch. Where did you get that crystal? What do you know about that?
That's what powers many of the things on Old Green.
We've seen golems powered by them before.
Oh yes, probably made at Old Green.
Okay. The Empire had some golems, and we ran across some other ones.
do you know what happened to the Empire?
The Empire. Oh yes, Aquila, the Empire.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
they disappeared. I hear a rumor that their emperor died many, many years ago, and no one knew.
Yes. We,
His
well,
daughter took over,
his
right?
daughter took over. Yes.
Yes, Lunai, I remember her.
Yes, well, she's gone now.
They
She'll be back.
haven't.
successful.
I don't know what happened, but they disappeared.
Oh, we banished her to the Nine Hells.
She wasn't very nice.
No, she was not very nice.
She wasn't very nice.
We're worldly people. We've only been to 2 islands, but we've dealt with everything. Anyways,
So you pack in to the Ironclad. Are you staying on top? Victor?
Yeah, I'll stay on top with.
I can make myself a little bit shorter.
So when you guys go in, I mean, you're gonna have to like hunched over, walk, but walk while you're in there, and it's very, it's almost submarine. It's all metal inside. There's no wood. Everything's metal. You can see there.
There's no way I would fit in there.
There is a wheel. That drives the thing.
From inside, wow.
There is a crystal in the wheel as well.
They created these crystals.
They have like a lookout port there as well.
Amazing.
Hey, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna take my bones and I'm gonna make myself look smaller, and I'm gonna use this guy's stuff to make me look like a halfling.
I think they'd notice that if you started like taking yourself apart right in front of them.
It's a very cramped quarter. So you've got the main room, which is the bridge basically. You've got like a lookout port up front with a gnome sitting up there with just a window that looks out, and then he's calling it back to the guy at the wheel. You got a couple sitting at stations. There is 2 that are sitting up on top of the ship as well with you guys, which is kind of manning. There's no sails on this thing, kind of manning the things. There's a hallway that goes to the back with a small room where there's a couple of gnomes back there shoveling coal into this thing. And then there's there's 3. I guess there's 4 rooms altogether. There's a captain's quarters and there's 3 bunks. On the other side of the hallway, there's your like little eating area. It's all very, very tight. You're basically.
Would it be tight for me because I'm 5'5"?
Yes.
This is my okay.
You're walking hunched over, and you're always touching another gnome or another person. You're always bumped up against somebody. You figure this ship was pretty much at capacity when it worked, and now it's even more capacity, especially with you guys in there.
Well, I'll bounce in and out. I'll stay above if I have to.
Okay. And there is some railing on the side, so you can like sort of lean up against it and enjoy.
Yeah.
I have to send a picture of this thing because I looked it up and there's like 5 different kinds.
My envisioning of an ironclad is a Civ 2 ironclad. You know, the little sprite.
Oh, okay. I'll look that up.
So, the black smoke starts puttering out the back, and this thing backs up and then turns around and sets off in the direction of, well, the southwest, in the direction of Siru. And that's where we'll end.
Nice.
All right.
Big story day. No fighting today.
So much
You guys
to do.
you guys been fighting for.
I know.
2 weeks.
More than that.
Does it look like this is Civ 4?
I can't
Let's see if it'll focus. I know. Focus.
No.
Yeah.
Look at the Civ 2 ironclad.
It's just got like one smokestack.
One smokestack. I don't know if does it have a smokestack on Civ 2?
I think so.
I would imagine so.
It has 2 smokestacks. Man, that image is a poo-poo. Bet you it's not even a real PNG. Freaking Google screwing me.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
They just put that checkered background in there, so you go, "Oh, that's the PNG I was looking for."
Oh man, I hate it when
pull
that
it into
happens.
Photoshop, and then it's not a PNG, and you're like, "Those turds! Now I have to cut it out."
Yeah, I make thumbnails for my videos, you know, and
Yeah.
I always use PNGs.
Yeah, you do PNG search, and you go, "Oh, there it is. It's got the checkered background."
Yep.
Then you pull it into Photoshop, and you're like, "Wait a minute, those bastards!"
All right, we'll end there. We'll be back hopefully next week.
Yeah.
We'll continue on. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to bed
Goodbye,
because
everyone.
the Sudafed has kicked in and I want to sleep.
Oh, no streaming.
No.
What was
Good
that,
night,
Eric?
Not streaming. I feel like you always stream right after this.
Not on Fridays. Friday's my.
Oh, okay.
Friday's my. I usually just go to bed. Friday's my day off.
Hot dang.
All right. Bye.